Wilkinson Chevy Cadillac Buick GMC welcomes you to the NFHS Network Game of the Week. Brought to you by New Image Media.
Welcome, everybody, to Paul B. Gay Stadium here in beautiful Sanford, North Carolina tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. We're here with the head women's softball coach of Lee County High School here in Sanford, North Carolina. He's going to fill in tonight for our pregame show. Jeremy Stack, thank you for coming and joining us on our pregame tonight. Tonight, we're watching the Lee County Yellow Jackets at home take on the Union Pines Vikings. Union Pines coming in this season at 1-3 with a big loss to Random last week. Lee County coming in at 3-1. A big win last week against who?
Panther Creek.
Panther Creek. All right, so tonight, Lee County, some keys to the game. Now, we've had some insider knowledge. I don't know if it's true or not, but I have heard that star running back B.J. Brown is not playing tonight. Ooh. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's purely speculation at this point. So, tonight for Lee County, Stack, what are some keys to the game?
I feel like, man, one thing we struggled this year is coming out on top and being aggressive from the start. If I feel like if we get a big lead on Union Pines, we can put the pressure on their defense and hopefully extend that lead and kind of go from there.
Right on. I definitely think tonight some of the keys to the game, Lee County's big boys, I think, are a lot stronger and more technically sound than Union Pines is. So I definitely think that's where, especially with B.J. Brown, that's where the key to the game for me for Lee County tonight is going to be putting pressure on that front four of Union Pines, really weighing in on those guys and really, resetting the line of scrimmage 2, 3, 4 yards down the play. Now, if B.J. is out, do you know who's going to be filling in?
I know Isaiah Peoples is one back there who's
anyways. So they've got a plethora of backs.
Yeah, there's plenty of backs.
Definitely will not fall too far from BJ.
It's going to be a group effort. I feel like, when BJ accounts for, through the majority of your offense, coming in total yards over 200 a game, you've got to, one person's got to, or multiple people got to step up and, produce in that situation.
Right. So for we've talked about Lee County now. Union Pines is definitely going to have their hands full tonight against this Lee County Yellow Jacket team. They are outsized, have less speed. Some keys to the game tonight, definitely for me, number 12, Anthony Goswick playing at quarterback. Last week had a lot of bad interceptions, took a couple of bad sacks. I think Goswick tonight is going to have to play perfect. I think it's definitely key for them tonight. Get Biggs the ball in space. Ethan Biggs has been dynamite in this Sandhills Conference his freshman year. So definitely the kid to watch for Union Pines. Also, number 4, their running back, Caleb Milton. He's a headstrong back. He runs the ball hard. He likes to go outside. So definitely, if Lee County can keep him inside the tackles and fed up into their linebackers, it could be a real long night for Milton. So this has been the Wilkinson pregame show here at Paul B. Gay Stadium. Coach Stack, thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely.
Always a pleasure. Jeremy Stack, also the clock operator here at Lee County High School, does a great job. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll be right back for kickoff.
Thank you.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to use? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one convenient location to make your buying experience easy. Our 3-acre sales center has over 60 sheds in stock, and if you don't see what you need, our sales experts can guide you through the custom design process to meet your unique needs. Get started today at ShedDepotNC.com.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed. One where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one place to make your buying experience easier. Visit our sales center located just off US Highway 1 in Sanford, or get started today at ShedDepotNC.com to view in-stock models or to design your perfect shed using our 3D design tool.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one convenient location to make your buying experience easy. Our 3-acre sales center has over 60 sheds in stock, and if you don't see what you need, our sales experts can guide you through the custom design process to meet your unique needs. Get started today at ShedDepotNC.com.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
so I'm good.
Right.
I'm going to play in a golf tournament tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to do much of nothing.
You lucky
the rest of
dog.
the week. I play every Sunday normally. This worked out pretty. Welcome back.
Welcome, everybody, to Paul B. Gay Stadium here in Sanford, North Carolina. Your play-by-play tonight, Chris DeLambert, coming in on two wheels. The attorney, the man, the myth, the legend. Chris, welcome back. Glad to have all of our viewers at home. We're just completely unenthralled by my pregame show. So let's have a quick secondary pregame show.
I caught the second half of it, and, I mean, you guys are right on point. You're talking about half the offense gone, from a production standpoint, probably a little bit more than that with B.J. Brown, the senior all-state candidate tailback for Lee County. He is not going to go tonight. Got hurt in the Panther Creek game last week. Managed to get back into the game a couple of times. It was back and forth, questionable as to whether he was going to be able to finish the game. He gutted it out, but wasn't able to make it through walkthroughs yesterday, and he is in street clothes, and that begs the question, who's the next man up?
Yeah.
My sources tell me Isaiah Peoples, senior tailback / cornerback / holder on special teams, is going to get the start at tailback. Peoples is a completely different skill set. He's a diminutive guy, very strong runner, quick, electric, not the top-end explosiveness that Brown has. We're going to see some Terrence McKindle back there, number 4,
right,
who is an undersized back. He's sort of B.J. Brown light. And then we'll see Drake Brown, who is B.J. Brown heavy, I suppose. He's B.J. Brown's cousin. Drake probably runs 220. He's a load, not a whole lot of explosion. But the issue is that based on which of those guys are in there, that's going to dictate what the game plan looks like.
Right.
Now, I know for a fact, because I just got off the field after having talked to the staff over at Union Pines, their frustration is they don't have tape on any of these guys. So when those guys, they're going to be feeling it out, figuring out what do these guys bring to the table, what do they do. It's going to be an interesting look. I would imagine, if I were a betting man, what we're going to see tonight is Union Pines sit on the underneath stuff,
right,
and make junior quarterback for Lee County, Jack Martin, beat them over the top.
Mm-hmm.
He hadn't been good down the field yet this year. Now, they said, just like everybody in town that follows this program know, at the JV level for 2 years, Jack Martin was awesome.
A gunslinger.
Right. And they don't have a whole lot of tape of him trying to go down the field because Lee County hadn't done it yet this year many times. And, frankly, it hasn't looked good when they've done it.
Right.
Now, that starts with the protection up front. And then you've got a young group of receivers. You've got a transfer in the middle of that group of receivers. That group hasn't gelled. Lee County knew coming into the season it was going to take a minute for that group to get to where they're working at maximum efficiency. Jaden Hill, number 1, he might be the most important player on the field tonight because he is the one, seasoned game breaker in this offense. But Union Pines, you'd think that they know that as well.
Right.
Now, on the other side of the ball, I'm gonna tell you what I know, and you fill in the gaps since you're more familiar with Union Pines. Caleb Milton, junior tailback, is a load.
He's a load. That boy runs the ball hard.
And averaging about 85 yards a game. Ethan Biggs is their gadget guy.
Right.
Started his career with a bang as a freshman there. Has always been a threat. Gets 4 or 5 touches in the running game per game, 5 or 6 catches per game every time he touches the ball. In the kicking game, in the receiving game, in the running game is a threat to gash you. They've got to get those guys into space, and they just need to have the game plan in place to make this Lee County offense uncomfortable.
Right. After the kickoff, remind me, I've got a few questions for you, Chris.
All right. Hernandez with the kick. It's a high spinner fielded at the 15, and here comes the run back.
Number 3, Zion Kaiser on the carry. Taken all the way up to the Union Pines 24, 23-yard line. Looks like it's going to be spotted at the 24. So Lee County electing to kick off in the first half. Will receive in the second half. Be interested to see this Union Pines offense led by number 12, Anthony Goswick, coming in on the season. 555 yards and 6 TDs on the season for Goswick. Last week against Randleman, that was superior on both sides of the ball up front. Goswick was running for his life for a majority of the night, had a hard time getting the ball out. So they're lined up in their same trips formation. Toss to Milton. Milton turns the edge, and he is brought down by number 4 from Lee County.
Terrence McKendall, who we may see on the other side of the ball at that tailback position. He probably, if you had to go in with a normal game plan, probably is game to game the backup for B.J. Brown. But they're going to need him at linebacker, so whether or not they're going to put the ball in his hands 20, 25 times.
Ball's on the ground.
And Ronnie Hooker with a cheap tackle for loss there comes into the game with 15 pressures, 8 sacks, and 7 hurries in 3 games. Adds a tackle for loss there. He's got a host of them this year. He is the difference maker on the defensive line that Lee County's been looking for a couple of years.
Ronnie Hooker coming in 4 games already, has 8 sacks, averaging 2 sacks a game. Chris, I tell you, is unheard of in high school football.
You're talking about Ronnie Hooker?
Ronnie Hooker.
3 games, buddy.
3 games.
He missed a game.
Oh boy. All right, hand off to Holden Thomas there on the carry for a fullback dive. He's going to make his way all the way up to the 22-yard line. So gain of about 2 will bring up a 4th and long. Looks like 4th and 12 here. The kicker for Union Pines last week was number 70, Tay Tranel. Doesn't look like that's who's kicking the ball back tonight. Union Pines having a hard time getting people off the ground, and we had a false start on the left tackle, number 72 from the Union Pines Vikings. So that'll move them back 5 and make a 4th and 18 here for the Vikings. Lee County set up by number 2, Isaiah Peoples, there to receive this punt. Currently, he's set up right around the 50-yard line. I imagine they're going to bump him up to about the 48, 47 would be where I would place him. So he's there looking at Coach, begging to see if he can return this punt.
All right, nice snap.
Snap is up. Kick, bounce, and it is going to roll out right about the Union Pines 44-yard line. Lee County going to take over. Not much to go here, Chris.
Nope. Short field, Union Pines, they're, getting behind the sticks. That's not where you want to be. Brown being out on the offense is a big deal, but that defense starting to gel. A lot of youth on that side of the ball. Not a whole lot of seniors on that defense, but they're starting to play at a top level, and when they can start coming downhill, they can raise havoc. Now on offense, like I thought, number 2, Isaiah Peoples, is going to get the start at tailback. He's to the left of quarterback Jack Martin. Martin from the gun. He'll be in the gun all night. Fakes to Peoples and going to be sacked. And is it a hold on top of that? Let's see what we got here.
The sack there by number 45, Jordan Hoffman of the Union Pines Vikings, and they're going to pull a hold on that.
If you're going to hold, you gotta do better than that.
You got to be better than that.
Whew,
number 45,
9 on the play.
Jordan Hoffman is the stud defensive lineman for Union Pines this year. Having watched him a couple games, really, really strong defensive lineman. Gets around the edge pretty well. That time he just blew up a gap, but he's coming on the season with 28 tackles.
Well, Nate, there was a lot of talent that graduated off of this Lee County offensive line last year. Coming into the season, I had conversations with the coaching staff. They were excited about the depth on this line. Statement from Coach Bordeaux, and I think he stands by it, is they've got more guys that can get in and get meaningful reps. But I'm going to tell you what, the protection just hasn't been good enough. And if they give up sacks tonight, here we go again. This time they got the screen to Hill. There's Jaden Hill doing damage. He'll be back to the original line of scrimmage, gain of 10. So that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 here for Lee County. That was a well set up bubble. Sometimes Lee County has a tendency to hold that a little bit too long. Jack Martin doing a good job on his back strides, getting back, dumping that ball. Usually from a coaching standpoint, you want to coach that on the 1, 2, 3 count. The ball's out on that 3rd count. He did a good job there, and they're going to pull Union Pines off sides. If you're going to be a team like Lee County, you got to be more disciplined than that. Lee County coming out with a trips formation. That means 3 wide receivers on, for you viewing at home, on the top part of your screen. That's currently the field side as the ball is lined up on the hash mark. This will bring up 3rd and 5 here for Lee County. This might be the first carry for Isaiah Peoples of the night we see.
Well, probably 4 down territory from here. Ball placed at the 43. They're going to hand it to Peoples. Peoples squirts through there. He's into the 2nd level, and he's going to outrun folks. He's going to be down close to the goal line. They'll bring him down at the 5. Ball comes out, but I believe he was down. They're going to spot him down at the 5. So that's a pickup of 34 yards 34 yards.
34 yards.
On a 3rd and 5, and that's a backbreaker for Union Pines, man. You get them where you want them. You got a 3rd and 9. Bad penalty opens up the playbook, and then they get you on a belly play, basically.
On a trap play is all it was. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, 1st and goal inside the Remax red zone for the Lee County Yellow Jackets. Martin back, looking, got Peoples, nowhere to go even if he got it. Probably better off that it went incomplete.
Biggs there, number 14 for Union Pines on the coverage. This young man is going to be playing both sides of the ball tonight, so definitely watch him as the game progresses, see how he handles. I tell you, though, his cardiovascular training seems to have been quite high this year. He's gone both ways every game I've seen him play. Lee County coming out, trips formation again to the wide side of the field, the top part of your screen, hand off to Peoples. Peoples is going to weave his way right in, and that's going to be a Yellow Jacket touchdown. With 8:48 left to go here in the first quarter, Lee County scores first, makes it 6-0. Number 31, Alonzo Hernandez on for the PAT. Hernandez is 14 for 15 on the season. Oh, no. Never mind. We're going to see some trickery here from Lee County. They're coming up in a wild formation here.
Peoples and McKendall lined up behind center there, and they must think they have the numbers. Peoples going to get it, keep it, and plow forward. He's going to be really close. Depends on the spot.
That's going to be real close. No good.
No, so Lee County loses a point on the board, or on the field there. 8:48 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Lee County. We'll be back with the kickoff after these messages.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
All right, welcome back to Lee County High School here in Sanford, North Carolina. NFHS Game of the Week. Union Pines on the road. The Lee County Yellow Jackets, first time they touched the ball, Nate, it didn't look easy to begin the drive, but then those last two plays.
Peoples makes it look pretty easy there from the tailback position. Hernandez back to kick off. Back for Union Pines is number 22, Holden Thomas, and number 15 for the Union Pines Vikings, Lawson Fields. Why you wouldn't put Biggs back there, I don't understand. Squib kick all the way out to the 33-yard line, recovered by number 15, Lawson Fields. No, he was way back. That's not right. Anyways, Union Pines taking over on their own 33-yard line. Definitely, we're not in the has-to-score drive series yet, but definitely want to get some positive yards, string together a few first downs, at least get into Lee County territory, so if you have to punt, you don't give Lee County a short field.
Yeah, and, you've still, even with Brown not in this game, you've got a lot of talent on that Lee County side of the ball, on both sides of the ball. And, the perfect drive for Union Pines tonight is going to be one that, one, ties up a lot of clock, and two, results in points. Good first-round run there, Caleb Milton for 4 on the right side. But, the last drive, 3 and out, stomping on your own toes, they've got to do better. They've got to make every drive count.
Absolutely. When you're playing a team like Lee County, you cannot just have 3-and-out drives, hand off to Holden Thomas there in the fullback position. He goes nowhere on that dive. Wrapped up by number 54, Trey Chubbs of the Lee County Yellow Jackets. Really made a big explosion through that A-gap. This will bring up a 3rd and 7 here for the Vikings. Goswick getting the play in from head coach Jason Truesdale, who's calling that offense, is my understanding.
That is correct.
That is correct.
All right, Goswick from the gun. Takes a snap, looking, rolls right, and throws it down the middle of the field, and that's picked. That's Anthony Battle. Battle led the Jackets in interceptions last year, gets his 2nd of the year, steps out of bounds, or is pushed out of bounds. Looked like he stepped out at the 30. They're going to mark him down at the 25. Goswick, big arm, just overthrew everybody.
Right, we do have a flag on the back side of the field here. I did not see it come out. So we don't know quite what this will be. I would assume it's after the play or after the change of possession. Ooh, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I coached. I'm unfamiliar with that penalty, but the defense is coming back onto the field here for Lee County. Nope, sorry, offense is. There's Jack Martin.
All right, somebody at home text us because I don't know what that hand signal is. The fists together.
Fists together.
And
old trusty Google will tell us in a minute, Chris.
It's a 15-yarder. I'm wondering if it's helmet to helmet, and that's some way that they're identifying that now. 15 yards going to set Lee County up at the 43. Still a short field. Anthony Battle again with the second pick of the year. The center fielder there for Lee County was a little quiet in the first couple weeks of the season. He's starting to come into his own. People still in there at tailback. He's gotten all of the reps so far. And Peoples playing on this side of the ball leaves a little bit of a vacuum on the other side because he's been a starting corner on the other side of the ball. So there's Jaden Hill. Almost the early call. He's got 14 on the reception. I thought he was going to the house.
Wrapped up there by number 1, or shoestring tackle there made by number 1, Jonah Thinel on the cover there. I thought Hill was taking it to the house there.
So did he. Got him by the ankles.
So it looks like that might have been an illegal shift signal call. I don't think it was.
That was 15 yards.
Oh, okay. Then let me keep looking.
All right. Martin
airs
down
it
the
out.
sideline, and that's got to be pass interference.
Oh, my goodness. He was mauled there by Jonah Thinel.
All right. Raymond Knott's there. I was looking for him in the pregame to see if he dressed. He missed last week had a medical procedure. He's out there, tall young man, probably 6'3", and a big target. Got run over there.
Blindside block, Chris.
Whatever you want to do there. Surprised that wasn't called. That's all I'll say.
Anyways, we'll bring up
second and
10 here for the Yellow Jackets on Union Pine's 28-yard line.
This is definitely a different feel for this offense than we've seen so far. That is the slant, and it's reeled in. That's Kamari Butler, the transfer from Southern Lee, with 6 on the reception.
Martin looking good throwing that inside slant. That's a hard, fast-hitting route there to hit for a slot receiver and for a quarterback. So Coach Bordeaux showing some real faith in Martin getting out here slinging the ball here.
Martin's been he's been the guy. He was the heir apparent. There was no question last year when Mark Schlesinger graduated who the next man up was. Martin been shining down at JV for a couple of years. We've watched him in warm-ups and practice for years, spinning the football. The arm talent's there. It's been a game plan issue. And not that it's been a bad game plan. When you got a guy whose belly, you can stick it in his belly, you get you 185 yards a game, you don't fool with that. People's on 4th and 1, needed 1, gets 3, and is forced out of bounds at about the 16-yard line, and that'll be a Lee County first down.
All the way down to the Remax red zone here tonight.
The issue that Lee County's had is a lot of the times when they've tried to go down the field so far this year, everybody in the building knew they had to go downfield. Happened at Southeast. It happened with Panther Creek last week. And even the balls that have been completed weren't delivered on time. They weren't particularly pretty-looking plays. You've got people in the flat. Peoples cuts it back up inside, wiggles his way down for a gain of about 4 on the reception.
Good thrown ball there again by Martin. Martin's starting to look a little bit more comfortable. I haven't called a Lee County game since week 1 against Northern Durham where Martin did not look comfortable back there. I will say going into game 5 here tonight, 2 series, he looks pretty comfortable back there slinging the ball.
Well, it's week 5. This is 5th varsity start. He knows the offense inside and out from all that time on JV. It's time.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Trips formation at the bottom of your screen here. Martin steps back. We're going to have a hold on Lee County here.
Those are behind the receiver. Nice catch out there, but that's going to come back, I would imagine. Had Peoples down there again. Peoples putting in a lot of work. Had Peoples down there on the sideline. And this is going to be one of those spot fouls in the backfield. It's going to be rough.
It's going to kill you.
So instead of 3rd and 2, you're looking at 2nd and about 16, 17 by the time they walk this off, I would imagine.
Yeah. My gut was saying 18. It's not quite 18, but yeah, pretty good way there. Probably 16 there, Chris. All right, you got trips formation at the bottom of your screen again, wide side of the field. I like that inside slant route from that inside slot receiver, number 8.
Whoa.
Ooh, Martin evades one.
Got a man, look at there.
Dumped down to his checkout.
That's Drake Brown.
Rolled over.
Wow. 2nd and 16, they get 19. Drake Brown, I told you he's a load. That's a big young man.
Rumbling and stumbling. That young man ran the ball with a vengeance there.
There wasn't any stumbling. That is B.J. Brown's first cousin, Drake Brown.
Number 22 for those at home. Lee County 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Handoff to Brown. Brown's going to walk his way all the way in for another Yellow Jackets touchdown. Makes it 12-0 Lee County here. See if they try some more trickery here or if they let Alonzo Hernandez kick the PAT. Looks like they are not. Coming out in a wild formation. I have to wonder, not so much for Union Pines, if they're doing this to put on film for Scotland, who they have next week, I believe, correct?
They have next week, they have Hoke
next week.
Union Pines has Scotland.
Union Pines has Scotland. I apologize.
So Lee County next 3, they will host Hoke. Then they're on the road at Pinecrest, which could be the most important game they play this year, and then at Richmond. And Richmond, Nate, you've been around forever. You've been around North Carolina football your whole life, literally. You said you want to keep it here during the break. I don't want to take away whatever it is that you want to talk about, but Richmond 0-4?
0-4. I will say, though, Richmond's non-conference schedule is out of this world. Whoever their athletic director is that scheduled this, however many years ago that was scheduled, man, if I'm the head football coach for Richmond County, I'm punching you in the throat. Because that is the worst non-conference schedule I've ever seen in my life.
But, brother, your combined scores, 164-49?
Yeah, not good. Richmond definitely going through some growing pains. I did want to talk about a little bit some games around the conference. The Southern Athletic Conference is cranking up this week here at Week 5. Richmond hosts Lee County or Southern Lee High School tonight. Definitely a big game to see if Southern Lee is for real or not. Southern Lee coming in at 3-1. Many people said they had the easiest non-conference schedule going into conference play compared to Richmond, so that'll definitely be a tell. Anyone at home who's tracking that game,
I bet you won't tell Coach Blanks that.
No, I'm scared of that, man. Pinecrest is on a bye, so their coaches are all over scouting. I have a feeling the majority of them are at Richmond tonight because that's who they have next week. Hoke versus Scotland, and then obviously Lee and UP. So definitely some good matchups tonight here in the Southern Athletic Conference.
I am most interested of course, I've got an eye on the Southern Richmond game. I'm most interested in that Scotland Hoke game. I want to see how for real Scotland is, but I also want to see if Hoke is going to be a player in this conference this year.
Scotland intrigues me because they've won a whole bunch of ball games already, but every one of them has been close.
Every single one of them.
Every one of them.
And it's one of those that the final score doesn't belie what was really going on, because some of those were nip and tuck, even the ones that they ended up winning by a couple touchdowns. Scotland, of course, got thrown a loop at the end of the offseason when Carter Revelle, who would have been the odds-on favorite to be your all-conference quarterback here in the Sandhills 3A, 4A.
Goes to Eastern Randolph. Off to Burton Cates land.
Yeah. Not that, he's ever stolen any talent out of Lee County before.
Whoa. That was Chris DeLambert.
Just saying.
I've had my share of discussions on that. Lee County going to pooch kick off to Union Pines 40-yard line.
Well, since we're putting it out there, let's be 100% clear. Carter Revelle didn't live in the Scotland district in the first place, but it is what it is.
I believe he lived in the Southern Lee district, if I'm not mistaken.
Facts.
But anyways.
Facts. And I'm not suggesting, just so that nobody's calling, I'm not suggesting anything untoward happened. It was all above board, but it is what it is. So, 4:22 to go. This might be my last telecast. I don't know. 41-yard line for Union Pines. They've got to, you said last time, not a must-score drive. They got to get points.
Chris, I do have a score update from our other color commentator who's off tonight, getting to watch his son get a start against Richmond County. Southern Lee up 13-7 against Richmond County. You called it. I text you. I said, you've lost your mind. You very easily could be proving me wrong.
Buddy, I'm going to tell you what. Southern Lee, and the thing that folks discount, Southern is going to drop some games in conference. They might lose out to Pinecrest, Lee County, and Scotland. But you know what? Each time they lose, their ranking's going to go up.
Right.
I mean, you got 3 powerhouse schools, and then you've got Richmond. Richmond's, what happens with Richmond remains to be seen. But if they can pick off wins against a team like Richmond or a team like Hoke, on balance, Southern Lee's going to tell you they ought to be able to beat Union Pines.
Right.
You take 3 non-conference wins, you add a couple more to those, plus those strength of schedule games. I don't know how they don't make the playoffs, to be honest. They're going to have to handle business. But if they pick off Richmond tonight, man, you ain't going to be able to tell that team anything.
That's right.
All right, gain of 1, Holden Thomas on the carry on first down.
That's what I was looking for. So thank you for sticking through the break with me.
All right, Goswick gets it out there, and Union Pines will have their first down, gain of 13 on the throw, and that out there is number 8 on the reception.
Number 8, Eric Jernigan for the Vikings. Did not call his name at all last week.
And I understand that. I know Coach Jason Trisdale very well, very good friend of mine.
Love the guy.
He is a run-first guy, and, I wonder if when he looks at tape if he might not want that back.
Ball's on the ground. Union Pine picks it up. Goswick was hammered from behind, and the ball squirted out.
Julian Best got the sack. Or nope, are they going to call it an incomplete pass? They sure are.
No, it was a fumble. It would not be an incomplete pass with moving the chains. It was a fumble that was recovered by Union Pines, then picked up and tackled. One of the big boys up front recovered it.
Well, Julian Best with the forced fumble there, he actually in weeks 1 and 2 had fumble recoveries for touchdowns, which is a pretty cool distinction for a defensive lineman.
Not something you see very often.
No.
Historically, I'd say a fat man's dream, but looking at Julian Best here, that young man is anything but fat.
No.
Coming in at 6'3", 180 pounds on the chart. I think 6'3" might be a little undersold on his height. Looking at him from up here, that's a tall young man.
He is.
Lee County loves those taller, thinner, more athletic defensive ends here. Desmond Evans, a Lee County product, playing for the UNC Chapel Hill Tar Heels.
Yes,
and won Defensive Player of the Week last week, if I'm not mistaken, against Appalachian State.
It was well earned. I don't know if you watched the ball game, but he was a difference maker down the stretch. Did you see the ball game?
I tuned in midway through the fourth quarter, so I got to see the 2 missed field goals and then the overtimes. And I tell you, App State's dangerous. I like that team a lot.
Always are. All right, Union Pine's going to get a timeout here. 3:09 to go. Lee County holding serve at home 13-0. Excuse me. We'll be back with this big third down for Union Pines after these messages.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
All right, 3rd and 16 here, Nate, for the Union Pines Vikings. What do you have in the play about? We haven't seen Biggs get the ball yet. Gostwick looking down the middle, pressure. Now he's going to roll. He's got a lot of work to do. McKendall going to come up, pop him. Going to leave him about 4 yards short. Got to think they're going to go for it here.
If you're Union Pines, this is definitely 4-down territory.
Gain of 12 on the play by Gostwick. Have you been down and have you met Anthony Gostwick face-to-face?
I have not.
He's a massive young man.
He looks big.
He is thick. He looks like he ought to be playing middle linebacker. He is a thick young man.
Coming in fourth and 3 here for the Vikings. Gostwick under center, trips formation. Going to try to get Lee County. Going to get a free one here. That'll be a Union Pines first down.
Ronnie Hooker, who's made a lot of big plays for Lee County, try to get a head start on that one, and he'll give the free first down to the Vikings, and they're in business. Second first down of the night for them, 2:31 to go.
Got fooled by what we used to call the go-go play. Union Pines troops formation at the bottom of your screen, left side of the field.
It's Jernigan again. You say no catches for Jernigan last week.
No catches for Jernigan again last week.
Well, he's got the only 2 for Union Pines thus far tonight. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. Clock running down at 2 minutes. Still nothing out of Ethan Biggs tonight.
I'll tell you the break. Union Pines back, trips formation. Goswick's running. He tucks, and he's going to be wrapped up by number 3 from Lee County, Isaiah McKendall.
Positive yards there, though, and that'll bring up 3rd and short. 4 on the carry for Goswick.
Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Union Pines Vikings on the Lee County 33-yard line. Might be 3rd and 4. I apologize on that. Scoreboard does have 3rd and 3.
I think you had it right first time. All right, Goswick going to sneak it. And Goswick gets 5.
Goswick keeps going.
Nathan, I remember a game I called when you were coaching where the only offensive play that Western Hardy could run effectively was quarterback sneak, and they kept running it over and over and over for 5 and 6 yards at a time.
Oh, the fun days. I was talking to one of the guys that I used to coach with today on the phone, and he asked me, he said, do you miss us out? No, I really like spending time with Chris. Goswick on the roll. Dangerous throw out to the flats there, broken up by number 2 from Lee County, Isaiah Peoples. I have a feeling we're going to be calling his name a lot tonight.
Well, and his little brother plays cornerback as well, number 17, Isaac Peoples. So there are times tonight where you'll have 2 Peoples and 3 McKendalls on that defense.
I feel like there's been 88,000 Peoples that came through. I feel like every year we're naming 2 or 3 Peoples.
Well, you'll have sometimes tonight you'll have the entire linebacking core is the McKendall brothers. All right, that pass going to get negative yardage by the time it's all said and done.
Quick dump pass out
again.
Yep, quick dump out there, number 22, Holden Thomas. Definitely one last week when we were talking. He was one of my picks that Union Pines was needing to hand the ball off to a little bit more. I like the way Holden Thomas runs the ball. Was wrapped up there by a swarm of Yellow Jackets. Does that provide too much feedback from the band when I stand out here? Nope. Union Pines coming out in a trips formation at the top of your screen. So the right side of the field, they appear to be dead center. Goswick puts the ball into the end zone, overthrows number 8, Eric Jernigan, for the Union Pines Vikings. Good coverage there by number 14 from Lee County, Anthony Battle. Brings up a 4th and 11 for the Vikings. There's no doubt here, Chris, that this is 4-down territory for Jason Truesdale's Union Pines Vikings.
All right, Goswick now 3 of 6 for 16 yards.
They're going to reset the ball a little bit closer to the left side of the hash.
4th and 11.
Trips formation at the top of your screen here for the Vikings. Looks like the side judge near, she's going to want to have a discussion with the white hat. Union Pines sticking that trips formation. Goswick back at quarterback. Dumps it out to number 5. Ball is up. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Union Pines Vikings with a flag. Unless it's offensive pass interference, that will be a Viking touchdown.
50-50 ball. And the one knock against the Lee County corners for the last couple of years has been that they're not particularly tall guys. And Kane Tobias right there taking advantage of that height, 23 yards on the touchdown catch.
Hayne Tobias coming in at 6'2", sophomore wide receiver, just going up, fighting and catching that ball. That is one thing I think Lee County, especially when they're going to be in single coverage there on the weak side, they overloaded the top of the screen and the trips left man coverage on the back side. You're going to want to go and try to expose Lee County's shorter secondaries. Number 70, Tay Tranel back to kick. Oops, sorry, Kyle Yarder. Kick is up. Kick is good. That'll make it Lee County 13, Union Pine Vikings 7. We'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors and be back.
Nope,
Oh, sorry, we're going straight to the field.
That's right. Jerry Chalmers. All right, well, all of that, we're not going to go to Jerry Chalmers. We'll stay right here for the kickoff. We'll stay right here for the kickoff. 1.7 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Lee County 13-7. They had it on cruise control and then forced 4th and 11. Region Pines pulled a rabbit out of the hat. And just like that, the lead is cut in half about. Lee County will receive now. And this yet another phase of the game that's affected here. You know, we've seen teams kick away from B.J. Brown for 3 years in the kicking game. I'm interested to see if Union Pine just lets it go deep and says, hey, you don't have anybody who's quite that dangerous. Or if they try to game this a little bit.
They're back for Lee County, number 22, Isaiah Peoples, and it looks like number 22, Drake Brown, are your deep backs there to receive this kick. Union Pine's going to kick off. You're right. I'll be interested to see. With B.J. Brown back there, no one ever kicks the ball deep. Tonight, let's see what Union Pine chooses to do here. Looks like number 70, Tay Tranel. I apologize. One time I'll get that right tonight. Tay Tranel back to kick the kickoff here. I would assume after the kickoff, Chris, unless this ball goes out of bounds, this will be the end of the first quarter.
One would think.
Tranel kicks it. He kicks a squibbler right up, recovered by number 2, Peoples. He's juking, he's driving, wrapped up by his own player, number 3, Isaiah McKendall. He's going to get out to the 24, maybe the 23-yard line here, and that'll be the end of the first quarter here. Lee County, I think we're going to try to go down to the field with head coach Jerry Chalmers.
All right. Jerry Chalmers, what do you got for us sideline-wise, sir? Jerry, can you hear me? Well, it was all Lee County there for most of the first quarter, and then, 4th and 11, Union Pines pulls a rabbit out of the hat. What's your take?
1997, 2003 are here tonight to celebrate their class reunions of 20, 26, 30, and 40 years. At this time, members of the class of 1983 would like to salute in honor of those classmates.
All right. Well, we've lost Jerry Chalmers. We're gonna come back upstairs. We're gonna come back upstairs for the kickoff now, or for first down from the
23-24-yard line. Lee County going to take over after the kickoff with the ball in their own territory. 77 yards to go.
All right, Drake Brown in there at tailback. Jack Martin, 2 wide left, 2 wide right. We've seen a little bit of variation, seen them go on trips a couple of times, which we don't often see from Lee County. Their formation is about as predictable as anything in football.
Nice standard doubles formation there from that air raid offense.
All right, there's the hand. Oh, ball's on the ground. And Union Pines.
Union Pines coaches are signaling that it's theirs. Union Pine players signaling. Oh, White Hat says that is a Lee County turnover here. Union Pine's going to take over on Lee County's 24-yard line. Big time foul from Lee County there.
Well, Martin never had it there, and that ball just squirted around. And Lee County, with the self-inflicted wounds, going to give Union Pines an unbelievably short field here. 23-yard line, just outside the Remax red zone. Union Pines will set up 1st and 10. Caleb Milton back in there. He didn't play the second half of that scoring drive. So fresh legs, Goswick from the gun. And Looking down the left side for Tobias again, and
just hits his fingertips there.
You know,
Beautiful ball there from Goswick.
Tobias didn't play that well. If he'd have taken a couple more full strides, he would have been lined up with it, but he sort of turned around on it a little bit too soon. But that's there, and Lee County doesn't have anybody near tall as Tobias in that defensive backfield. So 2nd and 10 now for Union Pines. You know, the upside there is you get a touchdown if you complete it. The downside is now you're, off schedule a little bit. 2nd and 10. Union Pines, not a whole lot of success running the ball yet. Ball's out quick. This is in the backfield. That's Biggs. Biggs trying to get to the corner. He will, and almost stayed in bounds. He'll be marked out at the 11-yard line, bring up 3rd and 2, 8 on the play for Biggs.
That will bring up a first down for the Vikings. 1st and 10 on the 11, so there is still a yard to gain without getting into the end zone here for a first down for Jason Truesdale's Union Pines Vikings. They're going to come out in their trips formation to the short side of the field, which is at the bottom of your screen.
Flip it out to Milton, and great open field tackle by Lee County there. Isaiah Peoples doing double duty.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 9.9 yards. He might have gained 8 inches on that play. All intents and purposes will bring up a 2nd and 10 here for the Vikings. Looks like they're going to come out in a doubles formation. They're getting out of their trips formation that they seem so comfortable with. Goswick back at quarterback, shotgun. They send Biggs in motion, fakes the jet. Quick dump out to number 4, Caleb Milton. They were definitely going for the tunnel screen there, and that ball was just bounced right off the hands of Milton. Will bring up a 3rd and 10. If you're Union Pines here, you definitely can't stall on Lee County's 11-yard line.
Well, Union Pines without a field goal this year. They converted the extra point there. Coming in, they were 3 of 5 on extra point attempts.
Side judge just marked the ball 5 yards forward. Will bring up a 2nd and 5, so I'm not sure what the penalty was there. I never saw White Hat give a signal either.
It had to have been offsides, wouldn't you think?
Had to be. Biggs back in motion to bring trips to the bottom side of your field. Hand off to Milton. Milton's going to bulldoze his way down to about the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. Will bring down a 3rd and 1 here for the Vikings on the 2-yard line. Maybe the 3-yard line.
We'll call it the 2.
We'll call it the 2. It's close enough there.
3rd and a foot from the 2. Goswick under center, sneaks, pushes right up the gut.
Goswick's going to put that ball in. That's going to tie this game up 13-13 with Union Pines given a chance to kick at PAT to go up by 1 here at the 2nd.
Well, Nate, if you were watching the scoreboards around the state somewhere and you saw Lee County get out on top 13-0, it was probably, okay, yeah, that's what we expected. How many people are gobsmacked right now that it's 13-13, 13 and a half minutes into this game, and now Union Pines in the 2nd quarter is up on Lee County. How long has it been since you could say that?
I do not recall. I do not recall. Union Pines coming out, putting up 2 unanswered touchdowns here. Lee County definitely going to be looking to bounce back on this series. Coach Steve Bordeaux cannot be happy with the progression that just happened in the last about 7 minutes here, Paul B. Gay Stadium. As everyone gets set up, Union Pines sending back number 2, Isaiah Peoples, and number 25, Cedric Lett, to receive this kick. Tay Tranel to kick the ball off for the Union Pines Vikings. Finally got that one right. Union Pines getting excited there on the sidelines. Their fans who came pretty well from Cameron, North Carolina, getting excited. Tranel kicks a squibbler right up, bounces off the foot of a Yellow Jacket. He's going to take it. He's going to run all the way up to the 34, maybe the 33-yard line. Lee County going to take over 67 yards to go here for the pay dirt. Be interested to see what Jack Martin and this Yellow Jacket offense does from here.
All right, Jack Martin, 4-6, 48 yards thus far on the night. Isaiah Peoples pacing the rush offense, 4 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown. The big turnover, really the only thing Lee County's done badly on offense tonight. All right, Martin from the gun. Looks, pulls, now looks screen the other way. Oh, my goodness.
Almost picked off there by
And
number
that
51,
was a-
Michael Fernandez.
That was a bunny. Fernandez is going to he's going to dream about that one.
Head coach Jason Truesdale is kicking himself right now. That was a perfect defensive play call for that for that tunnel screen set up there by Lee County. Lee County's going to have to put the ball downfield some. They're going to have to trust Martin to sling that ball out.
Well, you can see the security blanket for this pass offense for Lee County. Now, there's the pitch out there to Peoples. Peoples' work to do, and he'll fall forward, a gain of 6 on the carry for Peoples.
Number 45, Jordan Hoffman, their stud defensive lineman there for Union Pines Vikings, making that tackle, open field tackle on Peoples, coming from behind, brings up a 3rd and 5. Lee County appears that they're going to come out in a trips formation at the top of your screen, which is the wide side of your field. Single coverage here for number 10 from the Yellow Jackets, Raymond Knotts at the bottom of your screen. The Union Pines coming down in 0 coverage. Quick pitch out. Oh, interception by number
House
10
call.
from Union Pines,
That's
Jeremy Womack. He could take it all the way to the house. Union Pines touchdown. That puts them up 20-13 against your Lee County Yellow Jackets. Wow, Chris.
Nate, if you're going to come up and play 0 coverage and put 11 people in the box, the one place I'm not going to throw the football
is the slant.
Is in the box.
It's the damn slant. Can't ever do that. That puts up Union Pines on 7 with the opportunity to keep this a one-possession ball game, but put that ball up, stretch it out to 8 here. 9:33 left to go in the second quarter. Tay Tranel back to kick the PAT. Oh, Union Pines having some staffing issues. Big boy forgot he was on the PAT here. And head coach Jason Truesdale's come out, calls a timeout. He's going to be livid about burning one here.
He's not going to be livid about anything right now. He's up a touchdown on the road, 14 and a half minutes into the ball game. He's not going to be happy with that specifically, but he's got to be over the moon right now.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back to see the PAT after this.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
And the small things that you didn't think were going to be a big part of this ball game may be a big part of that ball game, because Lee County, with the unconventional 2-point conversion earlier, left a point on the field when they're relatively automatic in the extra point game. Now they're down 8 points, and if you're on that Lee County sideline, those players have got to be stunned. This is a squad. These young men have seen their predecessors dominate Union Pines.
Right.
They've known nothing but success against Union Pines. This has been a game where the offense come in and be like, what are we going to work on this week?
Right. Absolutely.
And now you're down in the second quarter, not looking good at all on offense, and you've spotted these guys a touchdown lead. Lee County got to get it together, and they don't have number 7 where they can just stick it in his belly and let him do magic.
Right. Lee County's kind of saving grace for the past couple of years has been B.J. Brown. You just put the ball in his belly, and he's going to make things happen every game. You see it every game that B.J. Brown just does whatever he wants with the ball.
And Nate, the 65-yard touchdown runs are a big part of that, but you can count on 6-7 yards of carry.
Absolutely.
And people don't get excited. They're like, oh, we only had, 20 carries for 120 yards. That's 6 yards of carry, brother. If you hit 6 yards of carry, you will never lose a football game unless you're playing Southeast Guilford County on Halloween night or whatever, because that was crazy. 6.5 yards, no turnovers, and they lose a ball game. That was weird. Anyway, 9.5 to go in the second quarter. Lee County trying to get right. This team knows a little bit about adversity. They have started slow in the past. But this is not how anybody foresaw this game starting out.
Union Pines, those folks have to be ecstatic, and everyone around the state watching this scoreboard has to be completely stunned right now. And we've got multiple flags down here on the field. Our Zebra crew is conversing about what in the world has been happening here.
Oh, there's a hat on the field, too, apparently.
There's a holding on the kick return. Illegal shift on the kick return.
All right, so they decline the procedure, and they got
illegal shift on Union Pines. So all that hoop and handing, and it's going to probably end up being negativing out. Well, gosh, what? I think
they're going to cancel one another.
I think they're going. There we go. They're going to cancel each other out.
They're going to wipe the procedure calls, and they're going to enforce the hold. That's okay.
Some score updates from around the conference while our Zebra crew gets figured out where in the world they're walking. Southern Lee High School.
So it wasn't
up.
It wasn't procedure. It was unsportsmanlike conduct. So they enforced the hold, and then they enforced the unsportsmanlike conduct. So a 5-yard net gain for Lee County there by the time it's all said and done. The chains on the other side of the field are completely screwed up right now. They're only about
the yard marker doesn't know where he is.
And then the yard marker is 5 yards off the ball.
And the side
Somebody
judge,
get his attention. What are you doing, buddy?
Hey, yard marker. First down. Move over. Scores around the conference. Richmond has tied it up with Southern Lee 13-13 with 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Thank you, Don Clayton, for some updates.
1st and 10 from the 37. Lee County looking to get off the schneid here.
Here we go.
Back-to-back awful possessions.
Here we go.
They turned it over on back-to-back plays.
Doubles formation here for the Yellow Jackets. Hand off to number 2, Isaiah Peoples. He's going to march himself all the way up to about the 44-yard line for a gain of 7 there for Peoples. That'll bring up a 2nd and 3 here for your Lee County Yellow Jackets. That's what Lee County needs to do. Martin seems to be a little rattled right now. Had a fumble right off a snap and then threw a pick 6 there. So how do you get your quarterback comfortable again? You establish the run game. That ball is going to be up the middle for a gain of about 1.5. We'll bring up a 3rd and 1 here for Lee County. That's going to bring up a 3rd and almost inches.
Good test for this Lee County offensive line here. They need to be able to lean on that Union Pines front and pick up a yard when they need a yard.
Absolutely.
A little surprised that it's Peoples in there getting the call on this 3rd down. He squirts out of that tackle. Great individual effort. Needed 1, got 5, and that'll be a Lee County 1st down.
People staying low, keeping those legs moving the ball all the way down to the Union Pines 49-yard line for a 1st down and moving the ball into Union Pines territory here. Chris, do you have your glasses with you?
I do.
You do. Read some of that, please. Lee County hands the ball off again to number 4 of the Jackets. That is Terrence McKendall. He's going to go all the way up for a gain of 8 here. We'll bring up a 2nd and 2 for Lee County. Lee County putting together a nice little drive here. Martin receiving the play calls in from head coach Steve Bordeaux. Lee County going to come out in a trips formation at the bottom of your screen. You got single man coverage at the top. Union Pines still sticking down in cover 0 here.
That's Drake Brown, the big man, and good job of moving him backwards. A favorable spot from the near side linesman, and that looks like it'll be a Lee County first down, gain of 4 by Drake Brown there. All right, let's talk about what Lee County needs to do the rest of this half.
Talk to me, baby.
You know, you said establish the run game. We talked in the opening. There's not a 3-down back that is ready to go right now. People's probably the closest to it, but People's an undersized guy. Brown, you know, big thumper, not a guy you necessarily that's going to explode. Now, look, as he runs right through, gives him pick up 9 on the play. Getting a little chippy up there at the top of the screen, too, by the way. Do you bring in the thumper Brown here and just let him beat on that defense for a little while? Do you try to pretend that 7's not missing and run your offense like you normally would? You've been out there, Coach. What do you do here?
Well, if it was me, I'd try to.
Oh, ball's out.
Ball's out.
Union
That's
Pine's
a Union
got it
Pine's
again.
ball. Oh, another bad mesh work there between Peoples and Martin. Union Pines with another forced turnover. That's number 3 on the half for Lee County. I tell you, there's not many ball games that you can turn the ball over 3 times and win, especially not in the first half. What I was going to say there, Chris, is absolutely, you know, you kind of do what you're comfortable with and what you can get your team comfortable with until your opponent can stop you, right? And so that was kind of what we were seeing Lee County do there. Just hammer the ball, hammer the ball, hammer the ball. None of them was outside. None of them were sweeps. None of them were trick plays. It was, we're going to put the ball down your throat. With that, you've got to keep your ball in your hand.
All right, Milton to the second level. Good open field tackle there. Well, Anthony Battle had him wrapped up. Milton said, no, you don't. And looked like it was going to be stopped for a gain of 4. He'll double that up and pick up 8 on the first down run. Union Pines, how big is that burst of adrenaline and confidence that they've got from how this game is going? This is the type thing. Coach says, look, we go out there, we get them turn the ball over, we play our game, we can't be. They're going to give first down. That's a favorable spot.
That's really great. This chain crew's confused. They're going to stick up. Now they've got to reset the chains because they don't have a good yard marker. That side judge has got to grab that clip. He's not going to do that. That'll bring up a 2nd and 2 here. Milton's going to receive the ball, and he's going to be eaten up there. He was kind of waiting back there, being patient, waiting for a hold open. Lee County moving to the ball really well. That tackle made by number 23, Ronnie Hooker. Another tackle for a loss will bring up a big 3rd and 5 here for the Vikings. Milton was being patient, waiting for that hole to open up, and Hooker coming in from the backside. That young man is an athlete. I like that.
A little undersized for that defensive end position, but he's really quick. He's a tremendous athlete. And when he gets fired up and determines it's time for me to make an impact, he's going to make an impact. He's almost unblockable. All right, ball comes out late. That's a bad-looking throw from Gostwick on 3rd down, and Union Pines will punt. Lee County, the defense did what they needed to do.
Union Pines, they're not moving towards a punt. There's no way Jason Truesdale is thinking 4-down territory here. Gostwick, quarterback position, this has got to be a go-go and call a timeout. Union Pines has 1 timeout left. This has got to try to pull Lee County off sides.
Oh, and they get
and they jump.
That was Biggs out there, if I'm not mistaken, that jumped there in the slot.
Now the punt crew comes on.
And not a great punt the first time around. Now this is a part of the game. Lee County used to be notorious as a team that would get there and block a punt. They don't have the same type of oversized athletes that can get there every time, but they also don't return kicks very effectively. So as long as you don't and there's a false start down here on the near side by Union Pines. They're going to back it up 5 more yards.
Cool.
And Union Pines with a series of self-inflicted wounds here.
If if you're Union Pines here, you're happy that your defense made the stop. Not thrilled with your offense having negative yardage by the time everything's said and done here on this drive. Peoples back to receive the punt. His heels are on the 45-yard line. Snap is good. Kick is up.
Short kick. Peoples comes up and saves a little bit of field position. He'll slide down at the 39-yard line. 5:12 to go. This Lee County offense, 3 consecutive turnovers.
Oh, definitely not looking for a turnover here for Lee County.
Well, I'm not sure that on one of these series I wouldn't just back up and try to throw the ball down the field 2 or 3 times in a row.
Right.
You've got to loosen this defense up. I mean, you've got 9 in the box right now. There's Brown with the hand, and they're going laterally is not what Drake Brown does well.
That tackle made there by number 151, Micah Fernandez from Union Pines will be a tackle for loss of 1 yard there. Will bring up 2nd and 11 for your Lee County Yellow Jackets. Lee County is having a lot of substitution in and out, especially some of their bigger guys. I know that time that was Brown, but we're seeing a lot of substitution from their interior linemen here. So definitely some keys to watch as we continue on. Trips formation at the bottom of your screen. Martin back. White hat blows it. Looks like we're going to have
false start.
A false start here. False start on the Yellow Jackets will bring up 2nd and 16 here. Chris, this is not the ball game we were anticipating.
Well, I mean, for the first 2 drives it was. But, you turn the ball over 3 times. Who knows what the offense is trying to accomplish at this point. A bad pick and then 2 fumbles on exchanges. You just can't do that.
Can't do it.
You can't do that against anybody. But doing it in conference play in the opener when you're missing your center of gravity, you got to clean it up. Too many penalties, then 3 turnovers. There's a lot of football to play. People's in the backfield. Something other than that is going to happen with 9 in the box.
Wrapping up, there's number 2, Austin Mooring on the tackle. He's a defensive threat that we've been calling for Union Pines for a long time. Big, strong, smart young man there for Union Pine Vikings. Definitely one coming in at 6'2", 190 pounds. I think that might be a little bit on the light side for him. Definitely a kid we could see playing on Saturdays, at some of the smaller colleges around. Definitely one to watch.
Well, doing something there that he has added to his skill set. He's been one of the better cover linebackers you want to see in high school football. Now playing a little bit better against the run and getting his, down the field. That's Kamari Butler with the bailout there. 17, 22, 27, 28,
we got a flag after the play from the back judge.
See what the call is, but Kamari Butler and Jack Martin with the big hook up there.
Martin staying there in the pocket and drilling that ball in there. Let's see what White Hat calls. Which side got unsportsmanlike conduct?
It's on the offense.
It's on Lee County, so that'll march them back. And the young man was ejected? Did I see that right?
You saw that.
What in the world was he ejected for?
Butler, who had 208 yards against St. Paul's and really carried that offense in that game. Not sure what he said, but he said the wrong thing and said it too close to the official, and he'll sit the rest of this one out apparently.
Whoa.
And that's a big blow. This is
Kamari Butler, number 11, going to have to take his helmet off, shoulder pads off. He's going to have to find his way to the locker room. We see him there at the Lee County sideline down at the very bottom. He's sitting back there. Whoa, that is a big hit for your Lee County Yellow Jackets.
That's a personal foul with a loss of 15 yards. Foul was after the play.
Now, that should be after the play, so it should be a first down. So the play was dead, and then the penalty was thrown, so it should be a first down. So Lee County should take this 1st and 10 here on Union Pine's 38-yard line.
Nate, I'm not sure that they might be lucking out here, because if they call that after the player's down, then it happened on first down. It should be 1st and 25.
Oh, good call there, Chris. I think you're right on that. You are right. I don't think you are right.
People's on the first down here. He'll have 3 on the first down carry, and there's another flag comes out. This is getting ugly.
Backside in the world of number 8 for Union Pines.
And you can't have it. You can't have it on that call both ways, Nate. You can't call it a dead ball foul and mark it back behind the first down marker, but also not have it be a first down call. You see what I'm saying?
Right. No, you're right. You're 100% right. Once you said it, it registered in my mind immediately. You were correct. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why calling a game with a lawyer is always beneficial. They are always quick to tell you exactly when you're wrong.
Did they get a hold on the defense there?
I have no idea here. They're talking to Lee County, though.
I think they called a hold.
Call is hold.
Yeah, which is on a run play. Explain that one, Coach. This is your chance to shine.
Chris, I'm not even sure what happened there.
Well,
to be honest, I don't even want to try to fill in some insider knowledge here. It looked like it came in the territory of defensive holding on the wide receiver on a run play. So unless the defender, the cornerback, just grabbed him by the jersey and threw him to the ground.
Well, that's probably what happened.
Martin throws the ball up to number
Jaden
1. He's
Hill
out
with
of
the
bounds.
best ball skills you want to see, but you got to give him a chance to make the catch in play.
We've got another flag down here on the 23-yard line. Let's see what this is going to be. He's pointing at one of the white jerseys. Looks like he's pointing at number 14, Ethan Biggs. Number 5 clapping, though, so it sounds like it might be against Lee County.
Yeah, well, they're signaling to the sideline, trying to give him a heads up that it's going the other way. So, loss of down was the signal there at the end. What was the call?
Let me pull out my trusty little manual again, because I'm completely befuddled on what in the world is happening right now. One arm on the shoulder. Not invalid fair catch signal.
And so it's loss of down and the 5-yard penalty. I don't get it. All right, Peoples with the run, and he'll pick up 3.
Number 2, Isaiah Peoples with a short gain, brought down by number 5. Haynes Mize.
Chris, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find what that penalty might be.
3rd and 13 here. They're on the edge of Hernandez's range. 2.5 to go. Clock running.
Doubles formation here for Lee County. Martin steps back, looking. Oh, you got to catch that. Throw to number 18 from Lee County, Zayden McCrimmon. You got to catch that. It was wide open. Chris, that's one of those where it's almost too wide open, where as a wide receiver, you're sitting there looking at that, you're like, ooh, I've got nobody around, and you don't focus on bringing that ball all the way in, and all of a sudden it's dropped.
Well, and McCrimmon always thinking about running with the ball after the catch. He is probably the fastest of all the Lee County Yellow Jackets. Coming back to the ball, not something he's accustomed to. They like to get the ball in the screen game, and he is probably the number 1 deep threat, although Jaden Hill would have something to say about that. Hill down the slot.
4th and 13.
Martin, give McCrimmon another shot at it. And
broken up by Union Pines. That will be a turnover on downs here for the Lee County Yellow Jackets. Martin throwing into double coverage there. Man press with one over the top, one high. That free safety came in and broke that ball up on the deep post route. Union Pines will take over on their own 27-yard line. 2:17 left to go in the first half.
If you're Coach Truesdale here, and you've got something down the field for Biggs right now, this play is the time to call it.
Dagger. That's what you're shooting for. You're shooting to completely deflate this stadium at the moment.
And I'm just going to say that as Ethan Biggs ran off the sideline onto the field, he had a little bit of pep in his step. Pink gloves down here in the slot.
Timeout Truesdale. He's going to take his last one.
He is not.
He is hot. That'll be 2:17 left to go in the first half here at Paul B. Gay Stadium. We'll hear a quick word from our sponsors and be back for the last 2 minutes.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
Welcome back here to NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac. Union Pines just forced a turnover on downs. 2:17 left to go in the first half.
Conservative play call here on first down.
Goswick's going to hand the ball off to Milton. Milton's going to be brought down by a swarm of Jackets led by number 70, Jesus Salvador, junior defensive tackle.
Salvador's been a difference maker in the middle of that line. If you'd have told me that Caleb Milton was going to have 9 yards coming to the end of the first half, I would have thought this game was about 35-0 Lee County.
Yeah, that is not what I was anticipating. Goswick getting his wide receiver set up. They're still in a I formation, 139.
Biggs on the wide side, single coverage up there, no safety help, and they're going to give it to Milton again. Milton getting it going. He'll have 6 on the carry.
What many of my coaches used to call carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. That ball was hanging out there for the take from Lee County. They could not capitalize.
120. Union Pines in a little bit of a hurry up, even though they're in the I formation, too wide.
Brings
Goswick
up
waits.
3rd and 1 here.
And Goswick with the 3rd successful sneak, and he's picked up about 5 yards. Well, 5 yards on 2 of them and a touchdown on the other. Gets 5 there, and that's something that they saw on tape, obviously, right, Coach?
Absolutely, absolutely. They saw, tight A-gaps being available for quarterback sneaks on 3rd and shorts. Lee County's definitely going to want to clean that up at halftime. Clock's still ticking, though.
Home
54
cooking right
seconds
there, buddy.
to go.
The game chains aren't even set, and they lost 10 seconds. Milton picking. Now he gets around the left side. Big hit out there in the flat, and he'll have 3. No timeouts left for Union Pines. And this clock is running down inside 40 seconds. Looks like they're taking the foot off the accelerator, and they're going to run this thing down to halftime.
Which I don't hate. Going into a lead against Lee County at halftime is always a good thing. You don't want to take a chance and all of a sudden something disastrous happen.
Well, don't be surprised if they're playing possum and they don't take one shot here. 18 seconds to go. There they go.
They're in trips formation.
And they're throwing it deep. Got man coverage out there. That's interference.
Oh, my goodness.
That's coming back.
That's PI if I've ever seen PI in my life.
It is. Looking for number 6 on the route. Sincere McCargo, and that'll be 15 yards for Union Pines, and this probably sets them up after the enforcement of the penalty at a spot. This is not a spot foul now.
Nope.
But this should put them in position where they can get the ball into the end zone at least once.
What are they doing? This is not a spot foul.
Everybody took off like it was. They're 10 yards too far downfield.
We are not in the NFL, boys. Let's move that ball back. We are not in the NFL.
Ball should be set up at about the 41-yard line. It will be a first down for the Vikings, but from the 41, I think Goswick's got the juice to get it in the end zone, and they've got some tall receivers there. Remember, Tobias went up and got one over top. McCargo's a big young man.
If I'm Lee County here and there's 8.8 seconds left, I'm bringing pressure on Goswick. I am sending the house. I am making him beat me over the top.
I'm getting those safeties about 15 yards farther back, too. All right, Goswick from the gun. Anthony Battle, single high safety look. He puts it up there, down the seam, looking for his guy, Biggs. It would have been tight. There was a
double
chance
coverage there.
I think the referee was digging in his pocket a little bit, but Biggs unable to come up with it. Defender never got his head around. 2.8 seconds, likely the last play of the half here. Union Pines looking to add one to it. And I'd take one of those big guys, put him on this near side, which is your wide side. Isolate him. Lee County staying in a single high look. Anthony Battle up there is the only safety. And there it goes.
Back, slings it up there. Oh, 50-50 ball. Neither one came down with it. That'll be the end of the half here at Paul B. Gay Stadium. Lee County down 21-13. We're going to take a quick break here from our sponsors, and then we've got two awesome men, one young, one's an adult, one same age as me. We're really excited to have them here at our halftime show. So make sure you stick around. Thank you for tuning in for the first half. We'll be back for the halftime show in a minute.
Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one convenient location to make your buying experience easy. Our 3-acre sales center has over 60 sheds in stock, and if you don't see what you need, our sales experts can guide you through the custom design process to meet your unique needs. Get started today at ShedDepotNC.com.
Welcome to the RE/MAX Real
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
Welcome to the RE/MAX Real Estate Service halftime show, brought to you by New Image Media, only on the NFHS Network.
Man, welcome back to the RE/MAX halftime show, and I got two special guests. One is a current player, of course. It's the B.J. Brown, who right now is going at 827 yards away from taking the record from this man right here. Rayshawn McKennedy holds the Lee County all-time rushing record, 5,139 yards. Also holds the single game record, 416, 4 touchdowns against crosstown rivalry Southern Lee. BJ, what you think about that record?
I think I can get the all-time leader in rushing record, but I don't know about the single. You got both. You got both, man. No, I don't know about that.
So Rayshawn, like, it's been how many years?
It's been 16.
So you made a Facebook post the other day, and you was talking about it's been 16 years since anyone has really challenged this record. And if you had any words of advice for BJ, what would it be?
I just say keep on going strong, man. You just gotta stay at it, man. You gotta keep grinding, and don't let nobody tell you different.
So BJ, tonight, a little unexpected. You're up here tonight on the field. Of course, as it looks like you're very well needed, but what can you tell us about your injury tonight?
I'm not for sure. I'm going to be getting an X-ray Saturday, but I think I have a high ankle sprain. I tried to practice on it Wednesday, and I cut it wrong, and I couldn't practice, so
Gotcha.
I'm not playing. So
Got you.
hopefully we pull it out, though.
So right now, as I stated a while ago, you need 827 yards. Do you feel any pressure about this record, or do you just play the game how it's supposed to be played?
To be honest, man, I don't think about it. I still see myself as a good running back, and I can put myself in one of them the good running back categories that all the running backs came through here.
Yeah.
So I don't think about it. I mean, people talk about it and mention it to me, but I don't really think about it. So I just go out there and play, and whatever comes, it comes. So.
Got you.
You gotta play your game, man. Oh yeah.
Got you. So I know you got to get down to the locker room at halftime. They need you. So I thank you for coming up here at halftime. I'm going to let you go right now, and I'm going to go back to Mr. Rashawn Kennedy over here. So I'll see you back down on the field shortly.
Yes, sir.
Now, as we talk, Rashawn, I know the conference now is quite a big difference than what it is before. The competition level is as a lot of times what we see as we talk amongst each other,
right?
That we don't have that same level of competition now. What have you seen so far? Coming to watch this game tonight, when you guys play, what's the difference in what you see in today's football?
I don't see it as much different. I mean, they still got the Richmonds, the Scotlands out there, so they still in the tough conference, man. Back in the days, we had a tough conference too. We did play 4A, but I don't think that's too much of a difference.
Right.
All these guys are still getting at it, so I think it's still pretty. It's up there. It's still kind of even.
So what does this record mean to you? I mean, look, we've had some backs to come through here, man. You can go back all the way back before me, Sean Crump. Right. You had Jay Hollingsworth. You had Jerry Pullum. You had Jameer Austin. I mean, AJ, man, just all these backs. But you set this record, and nobody has yet to touch it. With BJ on the rise to it, I mean, what does that record mean to you, man? What can that say about you as a football player back then?
I mean, I can't say it means too much because records are meant to be broken. Right. And every time it's a celebration, man. You always want the next back to come up and break your record, man.
Got you.
If somebody's back there, if somebody's coming up, it's close to you. That means they working.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you played both sides of the ball?
I did. Well, it's up until senior year. That's when I played mostly running back.
Man, now you don't have that too much no more. You're starting tailback. You know, in what position did you play?
I played free safety.
And did you also make all conference on both sides of the ball?
That was my sophomore year. I played. Actually, it was DJ Clemens. That's the man that he taught me everything when I came to varsity on my
sophomore year. Shout out DJ Clemens. Got his first win today. Got his first win today. I mean, first win of the season today over at San Lee, doing big things over there at San Lee. So that's big moves right there for DJ. That shows his football genius. You know, you better tell him he's not a genius, but you know.
DJ, he's a genius, man. He's a genius. So I played mostly free safety my sophomore year, and it wasn't until DJ. He got hurt. I think it was mid-season, and then I came in and took over running back position mostly. But yeah, that year I had quite a bit of tackles. I think I got MVP that year. Made all conference on both sides, over 1,000 yards rushing, and I think it's over 90 tackles.
Okay.
Yeah,
you was playing some football back then.
I was.
You was playing some football. Now you continue your career down at Pembroke, right?
UNC Pembroke.
How did things go there?
Everything was pretty good. We got a back name Travis Daniels up there. It's kind of like how me and Jay did it up here. Same thing up there, man.
Okay.
Same thing up there. I think the first year was kind of rough. Second year when he came in, we was like number 5 in the nation. So, man, it was just like me and Jay all over again.
Okay. So now let's talk about some real football. And I know you hadn't been here the whole entire game.
Right.
What have you seen tonight that Lee County needs to go in and make some adjustments? I mean, they're out now. Granted, Lee County is missing starting defensive tackle, and Prince Lamberson, who is a great defensive tackle as well.
Right.
Missing B.J. Brown. This is their 5th game that they've played that they have yet to have a full healthy roster. Okay. So tonight, what are you seeing in Lee County? What do they need to make these adjustments at?
First of all, we need to take care of the ball.
True indeed.
You got to think, when I came in, it was 13-0. What was it, 3 to 4 turnovers?
Oh, yeah.
Since then?
Back to back.
Man, you got to think, if we take care of the ball, the score is we still up.
Got you.
So that's the biggest thing right there, just take care of the ball.
Okay. Well, man, I definitely thank you. We've been talking back and forth on through Messenger or whatever like that about this record and getting you down here. You finally got down here. I definitely thank you for coming up, speaking to BJ, man, talking about your record. And, man, I don't know if you'll be here when he breaks it.
I hope I do.
I'm standing on it.
I hope I do.
He's 827 yards away. Me and Chris, we talked about it over the phone a few times. And I told him, man, 200 here, 200 there, 200 there, and it's a broken record. He told me it might not be as easy as we're thinking, man. But I definitely think he definitely will break this record, even if it goes into the playoffs. But BJ's a good kid, man. Mm-hmm. You were great out there on this Lee County field. Definitely a Lee County legend, and we will make on that day. We're going to have something that day. That day is going to be a special day. I definitely want you to be here if you can when it gets a little closer, man. And when he breaks that record, we're going to have something for the both of you guys.
I appreciate that, man. I will open space for that, too.
Oh, yeah. Again, thank you, man, for coming up tonight.
Yes,
this is the Remax Halftime Show. We'll be back shortly.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one convenient location to make your buying experience easy. Our 3-acre sales center has over 60 sheds in stock, and if you don't see what you need, our sales experts can guide you through the custom design process to meet your unique needs. Get started today at ShedDepotNC.com.
Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford with the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles or check out our state-of-the-art service system where our team can have you back on track in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, General Motors. We are professional grade.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with Remax Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one convenient location to make your buying experience easy. Our 3-acre sales center has over 60 sheds in stock, and if you don't see what you need, our sales experts can guide you through the custom design process to meet your unique needs. Get started today at ShedDepotNC.com.
Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford with the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles or check out our state-of-the-art service system where our team can have you back on track in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. 3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, General Motors. We are professional grade.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one convenient location to make your buying experience easy. Our 3-acre sales center has over 60 sheds in stock, and if you don't see what you need, our sales experts can guide you through the custom design process to meet your unique needs. Get started today at ShedDepotNC.com.
Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford with the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles or check out our state-of-the-art service system where our team can have you back on track in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, General Motors. We are professional grade.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed, where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one convenient location to make your buying experience easy. Our 3-acre sales center has over 60 sheds in stock, and if you don't see what you need, our sales experts can guide you through the custom design process to meet your unique needs. Get started today at ShedDepotNC.com.
All right, welcome back to Lee County. Lee County on the wrong side of a 21-13 scoreboard starting third quarter here. Jerry Chalmers taking a trip up the stairs to hang out. Man, you do things at halftime, man, that are just fantastic.
Man, that was something that I've been trying to put together since the beginning of the season. Rashawn Kennedy came tonight, man, and we made it happen. Even had a chance, even though I hate BJ was able to make it up here, we had the chance to have BJ in the booth to actually meet the guy whose record he's going after.
All right. Well, while they return this kick, I want to get your take. We didn't have audio on the sideline. Hopefully we got that fixed. But, we saw the first half. Lee County got out to a quick start. Looked like it was going to be, and I was a little surprised.
As expected.
Well, and as expected, but without Brown in there in the backfield, I thought, all right, the offense might have a little bit of trouble here. Union Pines could make this interesting. Well, they went up 13-0. Lee County did, and since then it's been all Union Pines.
Yes.
What is Lee County going to do to get back on track?
For one, man, it starts on the sideline. It's quiet as a mouse on the sideline. That's what I'm going to say. It's as quiet, like I said, it's as quiet as a mouse down there. Nobody has the energy. They got to pick themselves up. You got to learn how to pick yourselves up sometimes.
Snap
plays
over.
Just like that. There we go.
Martin falls on it. He's going to lose about 15 on the play.
As we spoke last few games, Chris.
16 on the loss, and now you're off schedule.
Penalties, just like we were saying before. They got to get the offense going. Defense was playing pretty good, but, hey, they got to be able to get on the field at the same time.
All right, Martin now 3 carries for negative 25 yards and a fumble. And lucky not to turn it over there, but now you got second and a mile. And maybe out of necessity, this forces Lee County to try to stretch this field a little bit. And instead they're going to hand it to Peoples. Peoples going to get 2 on the carry. Really, by the time they get done marking that, he's going to get 1. 14 carries for 79 yards now for Peoples. And third and a mile.
I'll tell you, Chris, after speaking with Coach Bordeaux last week after the game, I was thinking they'd put the ball in the air a little bit more and work on a few things when they have the perfect opportunity with BJ being out, and we're just not seeing it.
Well, hard to say what they were going to and what they weren't going to do because there goes Bubble and this Hill, and there's nowhere to go. There's a flag on the play. Hill is spun down. He needs to get to the ground. He's going to lose a couple on the pass. Don't know what the flag is. We'll sort that out. As it stands, it would be 4th and 30.
Hill on that bad foot. Tell you what, Lee County killed them penalties this last 5. This makes the 5th game in a row. Penalties are really taking a toll on them.
4th and 30. Hernandez is going to punt from out of his own end zone. Snap is good. He was lucky not to get that blocked. Biggs wants to return it. That ball's short. Checks up at the 35. Union Pines yet again with a short field. All right.
Well, I'm going to head on out, Chris, man, back down to the field, see if I can't get these boys riled up myself. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
All right.
I'll see y'all shortly, man.
It's on you, Jerry. That's a lot of responsibility. Here we go. Union Pines looking to stretch this 1-touchdown lead. Up 8, 10-18 to go. And Lee County, I'm sure, talked about coming out of the locker room and making a statement in that first drive. Nate, not so much.
Not so much. I do have a couple scores from around the Southern Athletic Conference. Scotland County up on Hope County 22-0. So big defining lead here for Scotland County. And Richmond just scored again against Southern Lee, so that'll make it 27-13. Milton on the handoff. He's going to be running up. He's down. Oh, he's still going. He will not go down. They have him at the forward progress being stopped at the 28-yard line for a gain of about 7 there for Milton. We'll bring up a 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. Give or take, 2nd and 3 is what our scoreboard operators have us at.
All right, we got to see Milton last year break out against Scotland. Hadn't played much tailback and just had a big night. Oh, there's a flag.
We got a flag coming in from the white hat in the back. That's in the territory of holding.
That's the call. So instead of 2nd and 3, they're going to back this up.
How you have a holding penalty on a fullback dive is completely befuddling to me.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, literally as soon as the handoff happened, the flag came out. That's a quick hitter. It's hard to hold somebody that fast.
You're barely out of your stance by the time that flag came out.
2nd and 13, Union Pines behind schedule here. They have figured out a way to make this work. Now, they're going 2 backs. I knew that they were going to show a little bit of 2 back. Ethan Biggs out in the flat. He's dangerous. And
good open field tackle there.
Kind of lost his balance and ran himself into the ground to get 5. 3rd and 8 coming up. Biggs with only his 2nd catch of the night.
And Biggs is down there on the Union Pine sidelines. That tackle made by number 9, Kalen Brown, senior cornerback. Biggs is down.
He's down, and he is not in a good way.
Both teams are going to go over to their sidelines for a free timeout. We will take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, and we will be back, hopefully, to see Mr. Biggs back on the field.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed. One where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one place to make your buying experience easier. Visit our sales center located just off US Highway 1 in Sanford, or get started today at ShedDepotNC.com to view in-stock models or to design your perfect shed using our 3D design tool.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week here at Paul B. Gay Stadium in Sanford, North Carolina. Union Pines coming up with a 3rd and 8 here, trying to convert, keep this series alive here for the Vikings, hoping to go up 2 touchdowns against your Lee County Yellow Jackets.
Illegal substitution. They had 12 men on the field before they ran Holden Thomas off. The play only gets a yard, so it would be 4th and 7. The official threw the flag. He was walking toward the line of scrimmage. I thought he was blowing the play dead, but Thomas ran off late, which meant that Union Pines broke the huddle. They're illegal substitution. They broke the huddle with 12. I thought he was blowing the play dead, and that would appear, they haven't flipped the down marker yet, to be what happened. Let's see what they do here. Yep, they're not giving, doesn't appear that they're giving Lee County an opportunity to decline that. So, no, they did.
Now they are.
So they're going to take the play. 1 yard on the run. That was Milton on the carry, I believe. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So 4th and 8 here, and I think they got a bad spot too, because I think, anyway. All right.
Union Pines staying on the field here, deciding they're in 4-down territory.
4th and 8, no Biggs in the lineup.
Where do you go?
Well,
ball is up. Ball is good.
Tobias, who goes up there and makes a one-handed catch at the 1 yard line. No, they're
giving it a touchdown for Union Pines.
Over top of Isaac Peoples, who had a fantastic season, but is giving up 6-8 inches in height to Tobias. They got man coverage. They're not going to roll the safety over the top, and that's the guy they've decided is going to do damage for them. And I'm gonna tell you something, Nate. When I was in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, back in the day,
I've been to Hattiesburg.
I love Hattiesburg.
Anyways, go ahead.
Hattiesburg voted the number 1 city in the country to meet women many years ago.
Okay.
For a lot of different reasons. But Hattiesburg, home to the University of Southern Mississippi, where Brett Favre played.
Of course.
Well, if you go on campus into the athletic buildings there at Southern Miss, there used to be pictures everywhere. And if you go downtown to the bars, there were pictures when Southern Miss beat Bama back in the 80s.
Okay.
I'm not disrespecting Union Pines when I say, if they pull this thing out, there may well be a picture on the wall where Union Pines beat Lee County. It's been 25 years.
I will tell you, I've been following Lee County football and football in and around Lee County as a Lee County resident since 1996, and I cannot think of a time that this has happened.
It happened in the aughts, and I can't remember what year it is. I didn't even look it up before I came in. But
that puts Union Pines up 27. Lee County 13. 2-point conversion was a kind of like a botched play there. Goswick just decided to try to juke and jive his way into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. He was unsuccessful with that. So that'll put up Union Pines. I don't know anyone who was anticipating Union Pines being up 2 touchdowns at one point.
Well, Hayden Tobias now 2 catches, 58 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty productive. And, we've seen Lee County in the past sometimes get behind teams that, they quote-unquote ought to beat, and eventually they just kind of put their foot on the throttle. I don't know where the throttle, I don't know where it's at.
Where's the gas? Where's the petroleum coming from?
Where's the guy you know can get you make a play when you know you need a play made? All right. Union Pines will be looking not to give up a cheap one in the kicking game. Thus far, they've kicked that low line drive. Lee County struggled to field it. McCrimmon in the middle between the two return men. I don't think they're going to kick it deep. They don't. It's a low liner. It's going to be fielded after a couple of bounces, and the return man's going to be swallowed up at about the 25, forces his way forward to about the 28, and it's 1st and 10 Lee County. 23 minutes to go in the game, sir, or 21 minutes to go in the game. You got to start counting possessions here, Nate. And if you're Union Pines, you don't want to get out of your game plan yet, but you've got to be having that conversation. What are we going to do to make sure we just run clock when we're on the other side of the ball? All right.
I don't know if you're quite at a point yet where if you're Union Pines, you can kind of take your foot off the throttle. At this point, if I'm Union Pines, I'm pressuring
Drake Brown
Jack
with
Martin
the carry.
every snap here.
Drake Brown going to have 17 on the first down carry. And if you're going to run Brown, that's the way to do it. Don't get him lateral. Run him right at the line of scrimmage. He's a one cut back, and he's a load coming through the hole. First down, Lee County. 8.5 to go. Clock will start when they set the chains. Or, 10 seconds before they set the chains like it just did. Come on. You're the home clock. You're supposed to give him a little bit of love. There's Brown again. Brown's going to have 6 on the carry. 2nd and 4 coming up.
I would not be surprised to see a heavy dose of Brown in this Jackets running offense here for a little while. Couple scores from around the conference. Scotland County still up on Hoke 22-0, and Richmond County starting to really blow it up 41-13 against Southern Lee.
Brown needed 4, got 4 plus a foot, and he'll have a first down. So I think that, what we saw from the offensive coaching staff there with Lee County, Nate, was that they were going to, put Peoples and Brown in there, and they were just going to run their offense. I think what we're seeing now is a little bit more situational based on who's in the game. We're seeing Brown getting downhill. I think if we see Peoples come in, you may see a little twist on that. Martin coming out with it late.
Hitting the out route to number 1.
Jaden Hill gets about 3 on that, and that came out late and was dangerous.
Really telegraphing his out route there. I mean, I called it before the ball was even out of his hands there.
And if the defender had gotten his head around a little bit quicker, that could have been a disaster. But in the end, it's a 3-yard gain, and that's positive yardage on first down.
That coverage there was made by number 10, Jeremiah Womack.
There's
Womack again on another tackle. Well, we have a flag from the back judge. We're in the territory of either holding or face mask.
Well,
I didn't see a face mask.
Yeah, it didn't look like anybody was up around the headgear, so that's probably bad news for Lee County. You mentioned earlier they're subbing in a lot at the guard position, rotating those guys in.
Personal foul, face mask on the offense.
Wow.
I did not see the runner put his hand up there to the face mask. It could have been one of the interior linemen that was punching the I don't say punching as in like actual closed fist fighting. I mean, hand placement in and catching the face mask, which does happen on run blocking from time to time.
All right.
That's decimating penalty, though.
That's a big one. So a 3-yard gain on first down. Now you couple that with the 15-yard face mask, and you've got 2nd and 22. So his spot's off a little bit, but they're in 2nd and 20 here. All right, Martin drops. Looking down, got Hill. Hill catches the ball
Shoots
at the 45. Be spun out at the 41. He gets 13 on the catch. We'll call it 12 on the catch.
That will bring up a 3rd and 8 here for your Lee County Yellow Jackets. Not a bad play call there. That's what they call a mid-level route. Just get the ball out. You're not shooting for a touchdown or a first down there, but you just want them to get a 3rd and almost reasonable. And I tell you, it's a whole lot easier to do 3rd and 8 than 3rd and 18 or whatever they were.
Well, I think you're going to run here. I think it's 4-down territory. Martin drops. Good coverage downfield. Hill comes back to the ball.
Good snag.
I'm telling you, the ball skills are elite. He'll get 11 on that catch, and Jaden Hill's asserting himself on this game. 47 yards on 6 catches now for Jaden Hill, and a great job. You don't see that enough at the high school level, guys coming back to the football. He went and got that.
That was a comeback route with the ball placed on the backside shoulder. What a snag there by Hill.
And, you know, Union Pines had just about everything covered up. That was really the only thing there. People's on the carry, and he'll push the pile, push the pile, push the pile. He'll have 4 on that first down run, 2nd and 6 coming up.
Good series here put together by the Yellow Jackets, down 14. They're eating some clock, giving their defense some time to rest there on the sideline. Good series here by Yellow Jackets, definitely wanting to put 6 up here within the next couple plays. Doubles formation. Hand off to Peoples. Peoples trying to get to the edge. He's going to choose C-gap there, wrapped up by a group of Vikings. Tackles led by number 5, Hayne Tobias, and number 44, Matthew Sykes. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5 here for your Lee County Yellow Jackets. 3rd and 4, 5:15 left to go.
Good pursuit by the Vikings there. All right, 3rd and 4. Martin from the gun, hands.
Martin's kept it. He's going, trying to get to the outside. Good quarterback keep there. Ooh, lowers your shoulder. That is a touchdown, Jack Martin. What a run.
23 yards on the carry, and you know, one of the coaches told me in the preseason that Jack Martin was faster than Mark Schlesinger, and I didn't believe it. I think I do now. Not near as much wiggle, but Jack Martin at top end there was rolling.
That was something we have not seen from the Lee County Yellow Jackets this year, to my knowledge. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him pull it and run by design yet. I don't believe.
Blocked by Union Pines. You can't progress the ball. That's a dead ball.
Well, that's huge.
That is a huge. That keeps it an 8-point ball game here. We'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors and be back to see if Union Pine can answer.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
All right, welcome back to Lee County. There's still life with these Yellow Jackets. They've pulled to within a score, 4:59 to go in the 3rd quarter, and that's the kind of drive you expected to see from them. Of course, we say that. I don't know that anybody expected Jack Martin to keep it, run from 23 yards down to the goal line, and then truck a defender at the 5 and carry him into the end zone, but Lee County finding offense in an unexpected source. I'm interested to see what they do on the kickoff here. You know, they used to be predictable with that high spinner. We've seen different variations of the onside kick. We've seen the high spinner. We've seen him kick it down toward the goal line, and we're going to get sort of a deep kick fielded at the 21, and good open field tackle there by the defender. Who is that on kick coverage? That number 37. Let's get him into the telecast.
Number 37 is not listed on.
Well, we would have done that, and apologies to Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Nice play out there, you know, on the boundary. All right, 1st and 10 for Union Pines. I would hope there's no shell shock here and that they come out and are still carrying that confidence. Milton in at tailback. They're going to go 2 backs here. Hayden Thomas, they're going to go from the eye, buddy. All right. Hayden Thomas at the fullback position, Milton at the tailback, and he'll get to the outside. He's around the left, and he's
Milton's got some green grass here.
And he's going to carry a defender. He's going to get 37 on the carry.
Pursued there, tackle made by number 23, Ronnie Hooker, saving a guaranteed 6 points there if he doesn't trail that play.
Well, that's the first time.
I'm not seeing the chain crew move, but I don't see any flags. Oh, we got a flag on the far side. This is without a doubt got to be holding.
I still don't see the flag.
White hats all the way across, right at his feet, about the 46-yard line, almost to the Union Pine sidelines. It's right there at his feet. It's got to be wide receiver holding in that territory. Ooh.
So the bad news is you wipe the 32-yard gain off the board. The good news is this will be a spot foul from the hold, which means that we're going to get first down in about 4 when they mark this off, if my math is correct. Well, he took one extra step there. 1st and 6 is what it's going to look like. I think the official lost track of his steps there.
Mathing is hard, Chris. Mathing is hard.
All right, 4:44 to go. They've got the wrong down up there. It's first down over. First down again.
Lawyer, folks, this is why I married a teacher, so she can teach me things instead of correct me.
There they go. They got it straight. All right, 1st and 6. 4:44 to go. Union Pines up 27-19 on the road at Lee County. Union Pines trying to shock the world here. This would really throw a ripple through the Sandhills 3A, 4A conference if Union Pines were able to hold on and append the Jackets. Gostwick, quick snap. They're going to try that left side again. And
you got it.
Terrence McKindle said, no, sir. Loss of 4, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Richmond really starting to pile it on. Southern Lee now 48-13. 5:25 left to go in third. I believe that ball game is out of reach.
Well, and I'd like to know what happened over there. Apparently there was a scuffle and a couple of ejections. And given what's happening with the score since it happened, it feels like there had to be a key Cavalier or two went out of that ball game. And that's a very talented team, but not necessarily a deep team.
Right.
Be interested to see what was going on. All right, Gostwick from the gun. Rolls, tucks, got his eyes downfield, throws it up. That's a bad decision.
Throw.
And that's picked, and it's coming back the other way. And
they
called
him down.
Oh, my goodness.
They called him down. The back judge called him down right at the 50. Number 14, Ethan. Oh, sorry.
Biggs is down
again.
And I'm going to tell you, they blew the call. He was not down, I don't believe. On the pick, a horrible decision from Gostwick there. But Io Adesanya with the huge pick. Biggs is cramping. I don't think that had anything to do with the pick, but you can't go down the field like that late and throw it into traffic. Adesanya, who has become a much more complete player than he once was.
We're gonna take a quick break there to the sideline. No, sorry. Gostwick making a decision there to throw into triple coverage. Tough throw on the roll. All right, now we're going to go to the sideline with Coach Jerry Chalmers. Jerry, what you got going on, brother?
All right.
Jerry, what do you see down there, buddy?
Man, I tell you what, Chris, after I came down after halftime, Lee County coming back after halftime made the proper adjustments. It seems like morale is back up on the sideline after that big run by quarterback Jack Martin. Hey, Chris, we got us a ball game now. What you thinking up there, man?
Well, Jerry, I just want you to remember that I said during a broadcast earlier this year that I'd been told Jack Martin was at least as fast and probably faster than Mark Schlesinger.
Yeah.
And we kind of looked at each other and we're like, I don't think either one of us believe that. Do you believe it now?
Man, he showed me something right there. I cannot deny that, Chris. That was a big play by our quarterback, and we need more of that. We need a little bit more from everybody. With all these players out right now, Lee County's got to dig deep, man, and pull this thing out. They're definitely going to have to put some heart in this game, man.
So the question I got for you, Jerry, does he have that dog in him?
He got that dog in him, man. He got that dog in him, and he just showed it right there.
All right, Jerry, we'll get back to you here in just a minute. But for now, Lee County set up shop right at midfield, going the other way, 1st and 10, and that was a huge play in the ball game.
Yes, sir, man. I'll be back in a quarter. See you then, Chris.
All right, buddy.
All right, welcome back to the half-field mark here. Jack Martin in this jacket-led offense. Handoff to Brown. He's going to bulldoze his way down to the Union Pines 44-yard line. If there were some multiple Dion references there, I'm a little disappointed I didn't hear from Jerry Chalmers. Chris DeLambert received a text message from Day asking if we could wear gold shades, to which I got no response. I was ready to go buy some gold shades. I'm on the Colorado train, baby. Roll Buffalo. Anyways, Brown rumbling and bumbling.
Who's not on that Colorado train, man? How much fun is this?
Dude, yeah, I mean, I was watching him today on the Pat McAfee show. Like, oh my gosh, how exciting is this? Anyways,
I think that anybody that's out there that doesn't appreciate Colorado's becoming America's team, man. I mean, they really are.
And last year they won one ball game. How many Colorado games have you watched in the last 10 years? Other than the last two. Other than the last two. How many? Because I can tell you my answer is 0.
All right, we've got an injury on the field. We'll talk a little bit more about Dion and about this Jacket Viking brouhaha going on here. On the other side, 3:22 to go. Union Pine still up 27-19, but Lee County driving. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the rest of the third quarter after these messages.
Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back here to the NFHS Game of the Week. Lee County 1st and 10 on Union Pine's 38-yard line. Handoff to Peoples. He's going to roll his way all the way up to the 29-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 1 for Lee County. Start to put together a pretty good drive. Get a turnover. Lee County's definitely got to be thinking points here. The 2nd and 1. I like this ball to take a shot here. Oh, they're going to replace the yard marker and make it a 1st and 10 here for Lee County. Martin back trips to the top of your screen. We're going to have a false start. That is a dead play. That'll bring up 1st and 15. False start on the wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. Number 1, Jaden Hill. Just left a little bit early.
Well, People's working on a 100-yard game here. He's now got 17 carries for 95 yards on the night. And it's kind of a quiet, kind of a sneaky 100 yards.
Is it really 100 yards? Wow.
Getting close.
6 here, 7 there, 4 here, and all of a sudden, your maths, and all of a sudden, you're at 100.
Well, 17 carries, hasn't taken a negative carry. That'll do it.
That helps.
On the flip side, Caleb Milton over on the other side, 12 carries for 28 yards. He's had what have seemed like, the splash plays, but he had one called back by a hold, and then he's got a bunch of tackles for loss in there.
Right.
It's interesting how this game works.
Oh, there we go.
The official's been much too big a part of this game here for. All right, 1st and 15, 2:48 to go. Martin from the gun, and here we go again.
Oh my goodness! What in the world is happening here? All right, White Hat, let the boys play. This ain't about you. Come on now. Shout out to all officials out there. We appreciate everything you do. Without this, we could not have high school football. But golly, see your way out the door.
They're stopping the play because they hadn't wound the clock. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, good gracious.
All right, Martin from the gun. Hands to Peoples. Peoples up. Oh, looked like he was going to get his 100 there. He's going to have 2 on the carry.
Number 2, Austin Mooring in on that tackle for Union Pines.
With a great play there. That's a big play in the football game because Peoples was cutting that thing back and had room to run. Mooring just managed to get hands on him and wrap him up.
Mooring came back from the backside linebacker position to pursue that ball and make the tackle as Peoples was cutting back. Great read and play by that young man.
All right, good stop route there for Jaden Hill. Jaden will be forced out at the 20-yard line. 3rd and short coming up. 12 on the catch.
If you're Union Pines, you're sitting those cornerbacks out at 12 yards deep right now. If you're Lee County, you have got to be thinking, I'm going to dink and dunk you down this field. If you're going to leave Jaden Hill out there with a 12-yard press, I'm going to toss him the ball at 5 and let the young man do what he does best. And that seems to be what Lee County's doing right here.
All right, 5 for 12 in the first half for Jack Martin, as the first down is Terrence McKendall with his first carry of the night. So Jack Martin, 5 of 12 in the first half for 77 yards. He's been perfect, 4-4 here in the second half, and now is at 100 yards passing.
Good start to the second half here for Martin. He had that very rough pick there in that second quarter. Good to see him bounce back. Lee County in this doubles formation, 1st and 10 on the 13.
We see the same look again. There's 9 guys in the box. All right.
Ball's on the ground.
They're going to wave this thing. They're going to call that a forward pass, which is very interesting because they're going to call it incomplete. And that's funny because, Nate, you and I watched A.J. Boulware get credited with about 4,000 rushing yards on that play, which was a pass every single time.
On that shuttle play every time.
All right, so the bailout there, instead of a negative play and a fumble, they're going to call it an incomplete pass.
White Hat looks incredibly confused here because he pulled his flag like he was getting ready to throw it, then he stuffed it back down in his pants. And I don't know what he was doing.
Good hard running, but he's only going to get a couple.
That's going to be probably a net 0 there for McKendall. Brings up a 3rd and 10 for Lee County. Jack Martin going to have to air this ball out a little bit, I would imagine.
Well, don't do anything crazy here. You can get the field goal, and that might be big. This is an 8-point game. They fake it to Peoples. Now here comes the screen. Hill got work to do. Gets it back to the middle of the field. Now he's trying to get out to the right. Cut it back. Man, what an individual effort.
We're going to have
running. Hold's coming back.
We're going to have a hold. That's going to yank that yard. That's coming in at the 14-yard line. That's going to yank them all the way back to 3rd and way back.
3rd and 12. I think he lost 2 on the play by the time it was all said and done. And when you change direction that many times,
it's going to happen.
As I'm sure you well know personally, Nate, hard not to hit somebody or hold with all of that change of direction going on.
If you're Union Pines, though, you're in a real predicament. If you're Jason Truesdale, do you decline this penalty and take a 4th and 12, or do you march them back and make it a 3rd and 18 or whatever it might be? Looks like Jason's going to elect to decline here, make a 4th down, and we have another Vikings down. Hopefully it's just cramping. It's in there. The trainer's looking like a cramp.
All right, while we do that, we'll stay right here.
I love it.
We'll stay right here, Nate. So Lee County grade the offense now here for the last couple of drives. What do we got?
Grade them. I give Lee County a B right now on this drive. Take out a couple of penalties. Jaden Hill has got to on that tunnel. He has got to get behind his blockers and get vertical and get the most he can, knowing that this is 4-down territory. The longer you juke and jive and go lateral, that's going to be – you're going to end up with a penalty on those lateral plays like that time and time again. Tunnels are designed, get behind your blockers, get upfield what you can, and get down. A lot of coaches look at that as like a quick pass, almost like a run, right? Because it's you're almost run blocking. That ball's got to come out so quick. Those linemen cannot get more than 5 yards down the line, down past the line of scrimmage, or it's an ineligible receiver. So it's got to hit quick. He's got to get vertical on that. That's why I give him a B. I like Martin so far on this drive, though. He looks calm. He looks composed there in the pocket. I like the way he's releasing the ball, so I give him a B.
They're going to send him back out there on 4th and 11. I'm a little surprised that the field goal unit's not coming out onto the field. Sam Benton checks in the game at the receiver slot. He's in the slot on the high side.
Number 8.
He had a big touchdown catch against Panther Creek, his first career touchdown.
Union Pine sitting there in cover 0 here.
And, you know, with this compressed part of the field, I don't know where you go with this. All right, Martin from the gun, drops, looking for Benton, throws it out there for him.
Out of bounds.
And
did he keep it in?
No, out of bounds. You got to give him a shot at that. It was close. Great way to coming down with it. Benton with good ball skills there, good route. Martin led him a 1.5 feet too far to the outside, and Lee County's going to come away without points. Less than a minute left in the third quarter. That was close.
That was very close. And we talked earlier, Chris, you were talking about counting possessions. We've got 47.2 seconds left to go in the third. Union Pines up by 8. So it is still a one-possession ball game, but there's got a lot to be. You have to get a lot lined up to get a touchdown and then a two-point conversion.
Yep.
So definitely, you know, this ball game's not over, but these possessions you mentioned earlier, you're starting to look at the clock. You're starting to tick it in your head a little bit. You might have 2 or 3.
Big run there by Holden Thomas on first down. He'll get 8 on the carry.
Fullback dive there. Holden Thomas just barreling up there, hitting quick.
And the Southeast Guilford game it was they held Southeast Guilford to 26 plays of 2 yards or less. But it's the negative plays that they need here. This is one of those situations where Union Pine's got a couple cracks at this, and they only need to get a yard, and that lets them run it down even farther. We don't have the play clocks on tonight, but I'm going to assume they don't have to run another play here before the end of the quarter. No, looks like they're gonna. And they do. Keep. And the quarterback keep is finally stopped. Lee County made some sort of adjustment. Jerry said that they would. Needed a yard and a half, got about 2 feet, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
They're going to flip the sticks, Chris. We'll take a quick break here from our sponsors and be back here for the 4th quarter. Lee County still down 27-19 against the Union Pines Vikings.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Basketball, baseball, and running track. It really is. After graduating,
Man, I tell you what, I just want to talk about that last play in the 4th, man. Big pass play broken up right there. But the 4th quarter, we should have a lot of excitement, man. It's a close game. Everything you can ask for in homecoming. Back to you, man. It's game time already. Let's go.
All right, this Lee County defense looking to hold here. Oh, no, they gave him the first down. Nate, what?
Oh, I think that was a more than generous spot here.
Oh, my goodness.
And I was outside. I was out of the booth outside kind of poking my head, and I do not think that young man got a yard and a half.
Well, they had already spotted it about 2 feet short. Are they talking about it? I think they're going to – what are they doing? This chain crew's struggled tonight. Nope, they're not going to move it. I'm telling you it's 3rd and short. They had changed the down marker to 3rd. They had marked the ball 2 yards short. They flipped the field, and now it's 1st and 10. This is bizarre, but all right, Union Pines 1st and 10. Fresh clock here to start the 4th quarter. Gostwick hands to Thomas. Thomas stuffed it. He squirts
Thomas
out of there.
Squirting out.
6 yards on the carry, and, getting 3, 4, 5, 6 a play, Union Pines can take a chunk out of this clock. Lee County missing a big part of that defensive line. Prince Lamison out tonight. Big number 57, the senior, is that stuffer there in the middle of that defensive line. I'd like to have him in there. And Union Pine's going to absolutely take the air out of this ball.
Absolutely.
And work that clock. It's almost a shame that the play clocks aren't on so that they could get it down as far as possible. You're relying on this always is terrible because you're relying on the officials and you can't see the clock. Thomas wrapped up, fighting, pushing forward, going to be close to a first down, going to come up about a yard and a half short.
For everyone at home, pay attention as Union Pines is wearing down this clock. Pay attention to the back judge. The back judge will raise his right arm at the shoulder and go from 45 to almost 90 degrees, extended all the way out. Looks almost like a Hail Hitler countdown, honestly. I'm sorry, that sounds terrible, but that's kind of what it looks like. So definitely keep an eye on him. Gostwick sneaks in through the A-gap. Watch, that's going to be how you can count down your play clock.
All right, 9 on the carry for Gostwick. Lee County stopped it the last time they tried it, and this time
Gostwick snuck through there right on around the right side of his center and just squeaked right through there.
All right, Union Pines working on this clock. 10:44 to go. I cannot imagine they're going to throw the ball down the field at all. You might see something, a quick hitter, and Lee County giving a big cushion to those receivers as they tend to do. And Jason Trisdale is going to call a timeout.
Not thrilled with the Union Pine Vikings there. Plenty of time to get to playing. Gostwick was not under center yet. They were lined up in that I formation.
All right, while they talk about it, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week. Union Pines up 27-19 with 10.5 to go here at Lee County. Looking to shock the world.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back here to the fourth quarter of the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Wilkinson Cadillac. Union Pines got a first down on their own 42-yard line, 10:27 left to go in the fourth quarter. Looking to shock the world here, Jason Truesdale and his Union Pines Vikings. Man, even if they come out tonight with a loss, what a showing from his team, telling the Southern Athletic Conference, we are here and we are ready to play.
Well, and it really is, Nate, and there's Ronnie Hooker.
Oh, my goodness. Ronnie Hooker deciding this was enough.
Ronnie Hooker has decided he's going to take this over, and once he gets going, you better figure out a way to run away from him.
Some scores from around the Southern Athletic Conference. Scotland County currently up on Hope County in the fourth quarter, 36-7. Richmond County really starting to lay it on. Southern Lee 55-19.
So we talked about Southern Lee and the fact that going 3-1 in non-conference play, they had laid the groundwork. The path is there for them to get to the postseason, even if they don't have a great conference record. Union Pines knew the same thing coming into this, and also knew coming out of the preseason at 1-3 that, you know, they had made it tough for themselves. And there's a player down, another Union Pines player down at midfield. They got 7 on the pass.
I love that bootleg from Union Pines. Bootleg roll out, hit one of the number 5, Hayne Tobias, there on the flat route from the slot position. Get him to get turned upfield, makes a 3rd and 9. He made sure to get tackled inbounds as well. You saw him cut it up a little bit early to make sure he stayed inbounds so that clock could keep rolling. Now it was stopped because of an injured player anyways, but it should start once the ball is set and the white judge blows it in. It does not have to be on the snap. So good heads-up play there. I like that second play call from Union Pines.
Well, and it's safe. You know, a lot of bad things can happen when you put the ball in the air. That's a quick hitter, so you don't have to worry about the pressure causing a big play, you know, sack fumble type situation. And that there was no defender anywhere near it. It was quick hitting enough, and it was safe. Now, 3rd and 9, maybe you get a little bit cuter. Maybe you just run one play and run it into the belly and hope to break it. And if you don't, you punt and run 9 minutes off the clock. We shall see.
Well, and Ronnie Hooker is just blowing up that quarterback, running back, mesh work, mesh point right now. He's targeting straight at that position. So that's where that bootleg really helps. And you saw that, you know, Goswick did a good job keeping that ball tucked. So when he started his boot, Hooker attacked the running back like the ball was handed off, and Goswick just booted all the way around. So that's a stay honest defensive end play as well. So like that play call from Union Pines. 3rd and 9 here. Now you got to let Goswick air the ball out, and we will see. Would not be surprised to see a toss-up ball going up to Hayne Tobias again. See if Lee County rolls the safety over the top. Looks like they're going to.
All right, they come out in the gun. Doubles formation. Gostwick gets it out of there quick. He's got a man, and that's a big play. That keeps the clock going. Needed 9, got 13 on the catch and reception. Tobias has been that guy tonight.
Hayne Tobias for another big catch for the Vikings. Brings the ball all the way to Lee County's 44-yard line. Another 1st and 10. That clock just keeps on ticking. 9-10 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Fresh set downs for Union Pines. Wait for your boys to get set there. There we go. Whoa.
Hooker runs by Goswick. He's going to be forced out of bounds. Terrence McKendall will get credit for the sack there as he runs him out of bounds for a loss of 3 on the play.
And bigger than that, he also stopped the clock there getting out of bounds.
9 carries for 30 yards now for Gostwick. Terrence McKendall with his first sack of the night. Ronnie Hooker made that play and almost made a huge play in the backfield. Gostwick, I told you in the pregame or in the opening, big guy. He's a big, strong kid. and he was able to get out of that arm tackle. Now he's going to keep it, and he's going right up the gut. Julian Best wraps him up. Salvador is there, and that'll bring up another third down, this time 3rd and 8, 4 on the carry for Gostwick.
Union Pines, if they have it in their repertoire, and I'm sure none of their coaches are listening to us right now, start putting in some hard counts. Hooker is jumping that ball every snap. This is where that hard count has to be utilized here.
He's got it timed. 2 timeouts left for Union Pines. Lee County, their full complement, 8.5 to go. And Union Pines, if they don't get a single point out of this drive, has run clock just like they wanted to. Ooh, he tried. And
what are they calling here?
It's got to be a false start. Nobody on the defense broke the play.
Yeah,
Yep, false start. I think they're going to get the quarterback there, probably with a head bob, or the center might have squeezed that football. So instead of 3rd and 8, it'll be 3rd and 13. You called it, Coach.
Well, and the back judge threw that flag, which is in the territory of false start. You never see the back judge throw a flag on an offsides or an encroachment penalty. So good penalty call on that one.
All right.
I love the hard count, though.
Union Pines go a long way toward getting this W if they can convert here. 3rd and 13. They get it out quick. Biggs is going to be wrapped up and slammed to the ground for no gain. That's Terrence McKendall coming out of that pile. He's made a couple of plays here back-to-back. He was joined there by number 9, Kalon Brown, and that'll bring out the punt team for Union Pines.
Guys, keep your eyes open. Number 12, Gostwick coming off field. He's got a little bit of a limp. That left leg's looking a little hurt right now, so definitely something to keep eyes on as we progress through this.
And Trisdale's going to have to use another timeout. 7:21 to go. They were running personnel on late, and they ran their gunner out there just as that ball was about to be snapped. He didn't like something he saw. 4th and 14. Dare you run some sort of fake here?
No.
All right, fair enough.
Trust your defense. You've kept Lee County to 19 points all night. Man, yeah, you can't.
All right, I'm gonna make an observation. So Lee County ran the defense off the field and put in a fresh set of guys off the bench. Now during this timeout, they're running some of those starters back out there. They're coming after this punt.
Absolutely.
Hooker and Best are into the game now. They normally don't play on this punt return team. They're going to be coming off those edges. Keep an eye on number 0, Julian Best at the top. They're going to line up in the middle of the formation. So they're going to try and come right up the gut.
No,
it's coming out. Flipping it up. And now Bordeaux's going to use his
let's
first
go.
time
Oh, good chess match there from our head coaches.
And, that may have just been an opportunity to get Steve Bordeaux to burn a timeout. 4th and 14. He had his defensive personnel on the field, but they were all confused, and he decides to take a timeout. So 7:21 to go. There's a cat and mouse game going on here, and I'm going to be interested to see what they do here.
I don't know what they're going to do here. What's Union Pines come out with? Do they come back out with their offense?
I don't see.
Do they punt the ball? I'd punt the ball, personally.
I would punt the ball as well. However, you look at this, you're at the 47-yard line.
Do you throw it? Do you let Gostwick go in and throw a deep ball, and if it's picked on the 10-yard line, it's the same as a punt anyways?
That's kind of my feeling here, and I don't think that anybody else came into the huddle that wasn't on the field, so I think they're going for it. They're going for it, Nate.
Do you give an opportunity for a splash play, though? Who knows? Lee County coming after it could be a splash play, too. Oh, this is where football becomes a violent game of chess, ladies and gentlemen at home,
All right.
and I love it.
A lot of pressure on these defensive backs for Lee County. They can't give this up. 4th and 14. Snap. No pressure. Ball's coming out, and it is.
Union Pines
They had it. They had that one-on-one matchup on the outside. Brown makes the play and breaks it up, and now Lee County has a short field going the other way. I don't hate the play call, and it was there.
I don't hate anything about that except for the finishing. The ball was there. Union Pines had the advantage. He had the position advantage. He's just got to come down with that ball. He never planted and went vertical for the ball, and I think that was the difference maker there.
Lee County going the other way. Drake Brown in the game. He's the thumper back there, and they've tried him laterally a couple times, but he's had his success running north-south. He's going to do it again. Nope.
Martin's kept
going
it.
to pull it. He says, I got this. And this time, Union Pines bottles that up. He'll lose a yard.
We have a flag on the far side. I think that's going to be hands to a face mask on Martin. I'm fairly confident in that. I think it's going to be face mask on the quarterback runner there because he put his hands dead smack in the face mask of a Union Pines defender.
If that's the call, it's going to be a tough call against Lee County. That'll back him up and put it 1st and 25. They marked him back to the line of scrimmage. Nope.
They're waving it off.
All right. So the good news is there's no penalty coming. Bad news is still 2nd and 10. 7:06 to go.
Bad call, White Hat. I don't care if that's a quarterback.
They should wind this clock as soon as they set that ball.
Jason Truesdale's letting White Hat have an earful right now, as he should.
He can be a fiery fella.
Good for him.
All right. Clock still hadn't started running. A little home cooking going on. Now they're going to wind the clock. I don't know how you got your clock stopped when you
clock still hasn't started.
Definitely some home cooking. Martin gets it out late and throws it behind his receiver, trying to find number 10, Raymond Knotts. And 3rd and 10 coming up for Lee County. Not a good-looking throw coming out of there. Changes on the offensive line coming for Lee County. Drake Brown checks out, and Isaiah Peoples back into the game. Don't panic here. You don't need to throw and get this first down necessarily, but you got to get positive yardage here.
Bitten here on the slot here in the trips formation at the bottom of your screen. Martin back looking. He's got his check down.
He's going to take off and run, and he'll be fair. Oh, get up around the headgear. No flag coming in. The crowd, that's as loud as they've been all night. He gets 7 on the carry. I don't know how you don't get a call there. I guess it was just the arm came around the helmet, didn't grab the face mask. It looked uglier than it was. 4th and 3 now.
Major 4th down here. 6:34 left to go. That clock is still ticking. Lee County in doubles formation. Martin in the shotgun. Peoples at the running back. Martin drops, looking first, quick in. Oh, hits Hill. He will get a first down and more all the way down to the Union Pines 36. Jaden Hill on the reception there. That is your guy as you're marking way down this field. 4th and 3. If Union Pines is going to sit in that soft coverage, 8 to 12 back, hit Hill and quick. Let your athlete be an athlete. Doubles formation again. There's a handoff to Peoples. He's going to do a good job. Ooh, wrapped up by a group of Vikings there. Taken down by big number 9 from Union Pines, Zachary McCormick on that tackle for a gain of about 4. Maybe 3 or 4 there. Bring up a 2nd and 7 here.
6 minutes to go in the ball game. 2nd and 7. Martin from the gun. Got to get points on this drive. Fakes to McKindle. Steps out of a sack.
Whoa,
and now he's going to get, and he's going to take off again. This is as much improvisation as we've seen from Martin this year, and he will be close to the first down. He may have it.
That is a first down, I do believe.
Needed 7, got 8, and Jack Martin showing himself to be a dual-threat quarterback tonight.
Martin doing a good job getting out of 2 tackles there, really fighting his way through. Martin, a bigger quarterback as far as his stature, really doing a good job keeping his legs moving through, tucking that ball, getting the first down. Good heads-up play from that young man.
5:36 change in the middle of that defensive line for Union Pines on first down. Down here at the 25-yard line, 26-yard line.
5:36 to go.
Doubles formation for Lee County. Martin drops, looking, nothing. Flips it out late to McKindle. McKindle with some work to do, and he's going to be down to the 16-yard line.
We got a flag penalty on number 1, and you can tell the disgust on his hands. He is not happy with that call. Holding Yellow Jackets. From the 24-yard line, that'll make a 1st and 18? 1st and 17 again?
1st and 18, I believe, is what this is going to wind up being. Crowd not happy.
Yeah, that was clear as day.
All right, 1st and 18, 5:26 to go. Lee County needs a touchdown and 2 to tie this thing. They have 2 timeouts left. They don't need to hurry, but they need to be moving with a little bit of urgency. McKindle in the backfield. Martin from the gun. Fakes one way,
There's
looks
your
the
tunnel.
other. There's Jaden Hill. set up pretty well, and Union Pines does a good job of swarming to the football. That'll be back to the 25, close to the original line of scrimmage. You're going to give them forward progress to the 26, which is where they were set up in the first place. So 8 on the catch to Hill. Hill now with 10 catches for 75 yards. That's his first 10-catch game of his career, I'm certain.
Good heads-up play there by Union Pines to tackle Lee County inbounds. Don't let him get out to stop the clock.
Martin looking for Jaden Hill again. Jaden Hill comes back to the ball. He's down. They'll give him forward progress. Oh, no forward progress at all there. They say gave himself up. They get him back to the 21. 3rd and 4 coming. Catch number 11 for Hill. 4:24 to go. Drake Brown in the game at tailback. And the ball comes out late, and it comes to Benton. Benton's going to be down at about the 16-yard line, and that's going to be right at the sticks. And first down.
That's a first down.
And that's going to be a first down. Yes, there comes the first down. They talked about it.
There we are.
All right, so Sam Benton with his first catch of the night has the big first down conversion, just a little bit more than 4 minutes left in the game.
Lee County 1st and 10 on Union Pine 16 here in our Remax red zone tonight. Still in their doubles formation. Martin putting together a nice drive here.
Hands to Brown. Brown with a head of steam. He's going out toward the goal line. He'll be done at the 1. 15 yards on the carry for big Drake Brown.
Big stop there for Union Pines, keeping Drake out of the end zone here. 4:08, and that clock keeps on ticking. 1st and goal from the 1.
Brown wrapped up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard.
Number 44 and number 5 on the tackle for Union Pines is Hayne Tobias and number 44, Matthew Sykes. Big stop there with a yard or 2 yard loss, 1 yard loss there for Mr. Brown.
Snap, Brown going, rolling,
He's
touchdown.
there.
All right, so he's in from 2 yards, 3:36 to go. What's your 2-point play here?
Jaden Hill on a flat route.
Okay.
You boot Jack and hit Jaden Hill on a flat.
I say you boot Jack and don't hit anybody on the flat. I let Jack do it himself.
Oh, gutsy call. I like it. I love violent chess.
All right, 3:36. This is an enormous play. 27-25 Union Pines. Lee County got points when they needed them. If they don't convert here, the calculus is tough. You've only got 3:36 to go. Lee County with 2 timeouts. Now, Union Pines going to use their last timeout. Now, talk about this on defense. I'm not sure I understand this because you're going to go have a conversation, and, of course, the play is changing on the other side of the field. Your thoughts, Nate?
I would not have burned a timeout here myself, but I'm not a head football coach anymore, ever.
The other piece of this, too, is that, if Lee County converts here, Union Pines got 3:36 to go down and score. That timeout might come in handy. Now, in the JV game last night,
right,
Union Pines got the ball with 32 seconds left and went 80 yards in 6 plays without a timeout.
Someone else was telling me that last night.
6 times they clocked it, and they scored on the last play of the game.
Right. A lot of people were talking about that JV game last night. They were like, did you watch it? I was like, man, I don't watch JV.
The interesting thing that's going on in this conference, we talked at length about how that Union Pines, well, let's get this 2-point conversion here. Terrence McKendall in there at tailback. Bunch formation on the near side for Lee County. We haven't seen that.
Martin keep.
So they're looking at Hill. Hill's got it. It's good. And the Jackets have tied this thing up with 3:36 to go. And you almost called it right on.
Almost. I didn't have the bunch formation.
Man, oh, man.
But I was close.
Well, there was good separation there. The defense hadn't seen that. I don't even think Lee County has that on tape for anybody. So nice play design there by Coach Steve Bordeaux. And he said, we're not done yet. 27-27, 3:36. Now, defense, if they hold here, you got to love the momentum the Jackets have got going.
Right, absolutely.
And Union Pines Let's see what they got. That's a banged-up team over there. We've seen cramps all night.
Most of their boys playing both sides of the ball. You know, that is going to be monumental. These last couple, last couple drives. There might be two.
I'm going to say this in a night of
drop it, baby.
In a night of big-time plays for Union Pines, Hayne Tobias deserves a chance to make a play here.
Absolutely.
It will be criminal if Union Pines has this possession and doesn't take a shot down the sideline and give him one more chance.
Right.
All right. Line it up to return this kick.
Oh, I wish we had Jerry geared up. This would have been
I really do, and we've lost our camera down on the field. I don't know. I just go where they tell me to go. All right, Hernandez. I'm not sure we're not going to see some sort of silly onside.
We're gonna see some tomfoolery here from Lee County. I've got good faith. I'd expect this ball sits right at the 30-yard line, and right in the middle of that box formation.
So that is a big gap there. He's trying to hit a wedge and hits it perfect. That ball's going to get down, and Union Pines, good job to corral it. Great play there by Jernigan, I believe, Union Pines, because he hit that little sand wedge.
I like that ball. I like that ball in the middle of the field even more.
That was Lawson Fields there. Didn't want to give credit to the wrong Viking, but that's a big-time play because that ball was going to check up.
Right.
3:36 to go.
And Lee County was there. Lee County was there to cover. That was 100% designed for all of our fans at home watching. That was not a missed kick.
No,
that was
not at
by
all.
design. And very well executed.
All right, here we go. Doubles formation for Union Pines. 3:36 to go. A lot of cushion out there wide. Gostwick wrapped up and dropped. There's another sack by Ronnie Hooker. Loss of 3 on the play. I told you Ronnie Hooker was going to take this thing over at some point. He has done that. Gostwick with the loss of 3, and at some point you may start thinking about playing a little closer to the vest. You don't want to give the ball back to Lee County with too much time left on this clock. Gostwick gets it out of there quick, and Asanya overruns the play, now recovers, and they'll force the ball carrier out of bounds after a gain of 4. That's Jernigan on the catch. Clock stops, 3 minutes to go, 3rd and –
Side judge called him down, forward progress. That clock continues to click here.
All right.
2:50 and going.
I don't know about any of that.
I don't love that, but he did nonetheless. So 3rd down. If I'm Union Pines though, I slow down. Slow down. Don't make the moment bigger than it is.
Throwing it out there. Oh,
dangerous.
Danger. And Tobias stood up. See if Lee County use a timeout here.
By number 3, Isaiah McKendall.
It's 4th down coming up. They pick up 5 on the catch. They've got to punt this away, right?
Union Pines not looking.
They're going to let the clock run. Coach Bordeaux didn't use a timeout.
What is he doing
And
here?
Remember, Union Pines doesn't have any timeouts.
He's some trickery here. Golly, no. Goswick is coming back on the field. They're going for it here. 4th and 4. 2 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter.
Well, they may go for it and they may not. It's 4th and 4. That was a great spot for Union Pines. Union Pines doesn't have a time. They are going for it. And he's going to throw it out there wide. He throws it behind Milton. Wow. Folks in Cameron are going to be talking about that play for a very long time.
Gosh.
1:49 to go. Lee County with 2 timeouts left.
Takes over on Union Pines' 33-yard line. We're going to go down to the field to Jerry.
Jerry Chalmers, what did I just see?
Chris, it is absolutely crazy down here. The momentum has swung. The Yellow Jackets are swarming on both sides of the ball, Chris.
All right, Jack Martin from the gun, backs up, looking down the field, looking for Benton, overthrows it. Hill, oh! No, couldn't hang on. Jerry Chalmers telling us. Little homerism.
Chris, I got a little excited, but
throw your
from here,
challenge flag, Jerry. Throw the red flag.
It looked good. I wish I could throw my red flag. I'd throw the red flag right now, Chris.
I swear to you, the next time you're on the sideline, I'm going to have a red flag for you to toss. All right.
I was ready. I was ready, man.
All of that.
Hey, man,
2nd and
I'm
10.
down here without. I'm down here without excitement, Chris. Y'all, I know y'all a little jealous right now, man. But hey, get back to y'all.
All right, here we go. I'm going to say Drake Brown into the line here. That's what we've got. Brown kicks it out around the right side and out of bounds at the 31. Short pickup there. 3rd and 8 coming up. Man, so close on the pass down the field to Jaden Hill.
Brings up a 3rd and 8 here. That stops the clock. 1:36 left to go in this ball game. Lee County still has 2 timeouts. Union Pines has none.
All right, for the folks at home, get ready to give a description of the overtime rules in North Carolina high school football. All right, Martin now trying to win this in regulation. Got Hill. Got work to do.
Hold, Hill wrapped up, taken down there.
Tackle. Picks up 1 on the catch. There's a collision downfield.
Number 3, Zion
Sam
Kaiser.
Benton. Kaiser gets up. Benton has not. A gain of 1 for Hill. And you got a lot of options here. Ball placed. Now, you can't kick a field goal from here. That's 47, 48 yards. I don't know that Hernandez has got that in his leg. Now, if you try the field goal and you miss, you don't get penalized like you do at some levels. The ball would be set back at the 25-yard line.
Correct. But it is a live ball.
That's true. That's true. All right. The offense is in that huddle with Coach Bordeaux. 4th and about 6. Jaden Hill now with 12 catches for 82 yards.
Sam Benton down there on the field, he appears to be fine, going to get up. I think that might have been a little bit of a, hey, stay down, coaches need to talk for a minute, and now you can get up.
I think they collided with one another.
Yeah, I think that was an inadvertent collision. He just got this.
And I'm going to tell you, of the folks I want to collide with on that Lee County team, Sam Benton is way down the list. That's a stout young man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I told Jerry last week, I had a chance to be down on the field with him the other day. That's a grown man's body. All right, 4th and 6, 1:21 to go.
Trips on the top side of your screen.
Got to be careful with the football here. Oh, and he got it. All right, so now it's 4th and 1. I've got to put it in Brown's belly.
Brown's belly.
Got to. Get Drake Brown in there.
Union Pines, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
And look at Benton right back out there after writhing around on the field.
Huh.
All right, People's still in there. Now, this is 4th and 1. That's a huge penalty. 1:13 to go. Ball game tied at 27. This has been a night of emotion swings for the crowd here in Lee County. They were stunned into silence a while ago. Now everybody.
Peoples back at the tailback position.
And Peoples has got that first down and more. He's down inside the 15. Will be wrapped up at the 14-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 9 on the carry for Peoples. Clock running when they set the chains, 1:05 to go.
Clock's running. We're under a minute now.
Let Peoples run it again. You got 2 timeouts. Stick it in his belly. Let him go. Here he goes. Peoples cuts it up, dances. He's down inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. A gain of about 5 on the play. 43 seconds to go.
Steve Bordeaux not signaling for a timeout. Going to trust his team out on the field right now.
35 seconds. Still 2 timeouts in your pocket. It's 2nd down, 2nd and 5. Got to get this play off here. Tick, tick, tick. All right, Martin takes a snap, fakes, looking for Hill.
There's your tunnel.
And he's going to be wrapped up.
Oh, no, he's
breaks
not.
Out of it. Now he's spun down at the 5-yard line, 15 seconds, and there's that second timeout used. So it's going to be 3rd and a foot coming up here.
From the 6-yard line, 15.4 seconds to go here. 1 timeout left from Lee County. I don't care to go to commercial break, Chris.
No, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
There will be no breaks today.
I tell you, though, sitting here, in this press box looking at the fans, knowing that this very easily, they've got probably 2 to 3 plays left, probably 2 plays realistically left to go in this ballgame. These fans are not up. They should be.
Yeah.
Why in the world
well,
are
the
you
student
sitting
section, and shame on us for not having Jerry over there in front of that student section because they're fired up. All right, 15 and a half seconds to go. If you don't get the first down here, then you trot out the field goal team, give Hernandez a chance to win this thing in regulation. I would be having a conversation with him to figure out where he wants that football. Mm-hmm. And if I were going to run the ball, I would run it left to get it back to the middle of the field. But that's just me.
Some kickers don't prefer it in the middle, though.
That close to the uprights, nobody wants it on a hash.
Well.
All right, McKendall is in the game at tailback. He's only got 1 carry tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, McKendall's got 1 carry for 4 yards. Every time they've had him check in, save for that one, they've run some kind of gadget. And McKendall's
he's not going to get
nothing.
It.
Now, you walk this thing down to nothing. The clock is running 7, and they're going to stop it at 7 seconds.
One more timeout. That's it.
That's it. And now Hernandez is going to come out to win this thing. This will be the first game-winning opportunity of his career.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sure. I've been here for his entire career, and I don't remember him having a kick at the end of a ball game like this. 7 seconds to go. This isn't much more than an extra point. There's the added twist that it's not centered up. But they got it off of that right hash. I actually thought they had it a little bit farther toward the middle of the field. But that ball's set up about 5 feet from the right hash. So there's an angle there. You're not kicking it the entire
width.
The entire width. Good, thank you for the bail.
Right. Your board kind of comes in a little bit for you.
All right. Isaiah Peoples, the tailback who has 115 yards tonight, holds on kicks. The exchange is huge.
If you're Union Pines, you're sending the house here.
Julian Battle, the defensive end, is the long snapper. 7 seconds to go. And Union Pines has some long athletes. They're going to try to get this. And remember, it's live if they do. Peoples gets it down.
Oh, that is wide. No good.
The exchange was way too slow. Peoples did a good job just to get it down. And with 2 seconds, it looks like we're headed to overtime, folks.
Chris, how familiar are you with North Carolina overtime rules?
Nope.
It's been a long time for me, I can tell you.
The last game that we had that went to overtime was Jacksonville when they came in here and beat Lee County in overtime, I believe. Yep, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, so 2 seconds to go. Victory formation, I'm sure, for Union Pines. Maybe not. I don't know that Union Pines, other than Biggs, has anybody that's – well, Biggs is going to come out here to the left side. If they can get him manned up, I'd have Anthony Battle at midfield right now. Those safeties are a little bit closer to the line, but they're in an I formation, and they're going to take a knee. All right, that's going to run us to the 000s here at Paul B. Gay, and we're going to overtime. Woo! Nate.
What a ball game.
What a ball game.
What a ball game. In a game, Chris, that my prediction was 48-6. Lee County, we're going to overtime. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you play.
I think it's fair to say that I told you and Jerry both it wasn't going to be 48-6 tonight.
You did. You had some inside knowledge about BJ, though.
I did, but I also didn't think that it was going to be 27-27 going to overtime. I didn't think there was a universe where this Lee County defense could give up 27 points to Union Pines tonight.
No.
Especially knowing that they were playing a man down, I thought that, they would do it. And to be fair,
the defense didn't give up 27.
Now, to be fair, one of those touchdowns came on a pick six, and Union Pines was gifted a couple of short fields with all the turnovers. However, we are where we are. Can we get down to Jerry? Can we get to Jerry? I got to hear what Jerry Chalmers is talking about. All right, here we go. Jerry Chalmers down on the field. Jerry, can you hear me? All right, so explain North Carolina overtime rules to us.
Now, Chris, why you want to ask me this when it's so hype? But I let me tell you what I think. Both teams get a possession at the 25-yard line, and you have your opportunity to score. Am I correct, Chris?
I believe that you are correct, but nobody here in the booth is certain.
What?
And I figured you'd be the bailout. I think it's the 25, and, yes, teams have alternating possessions.
Yes.
The first team to possess, and that will be Union Pines, cannot win it on the first possession.
Correct.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Man, who expected this? Let me say, homecoming Lee County this year. You know, it's always been blowout games. Why not a great game on homecoming?
Well,
tied up 27-27.
It couldn't be much of a better game in terms of competitiveness. If you're a Lee County fan that made the trip back here for homecoming, I think you would probably call it something other than a great game.
Agree, man. And I'm down here on the sideline, Chris, with another great Lee County running back, Jay Hollingsworth, who's down here taking photos. Got him set up for a halftime show as well.
That's fantastic. I just want to know how it is that you didn't get over to the student section, because 5 minutes ago that student section for Lee County was on fire.
I'm usually there. The cameraman, we're a little stationary right now.
And we're wrong.
But I'm going to get down there.
It's the 10-yard line, Jerry. Here we go.
10-yard line.
All
okay,
right,
at least I was 15 yards out.
All right, come on up here for the postgame.
10-4 on the way.
Union Pine's going to come out. Trips formation at the bottom of your screen. Goswick steps back. Big, deep throw there to Hayne Tobias. He goes up. He gets it. That is a Union Pines touchdown on the first play. Oh, my gosh, Chris.
Aiden Tobias with his third touchdown grab of the night. That was gigantic.
Goes up over double coverage, snags that ball out of the air. That puts Union Pines up a score. Big question here, do you go for two?
Yep.
I
mean, if I'm 3 for 5 on the season on extra points, I'm going for 2.
I don't love my bet at 60% PATs for the season. Goswick's going to be back at quarterback. Trips formation at the top of your screen. Caleb Milton, running back. Biggs in motion. Oh. What in the world? We going to have a false start?
Yeah.
Now.
And that was the first time they brought a man in motion all night. They had something I think they were going to run Biggs out into the flat and try to get him isolated. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe we'd seen motion from them all night, had we?
I think we've seen jet motion maybe twice, and it's been a penalty every time.
And I'm not going to tell Jason Trousdale anything he doesn't know about offensive football, but if I've got Ethan Biggs there as my slot receiver, I might run jet motion 50 times a night. You're going to have to game plan for it, whether I run it or not.
Right.
All right, here we go. This makes it a whole lot more difficult. From the 7,
back.
And
he's evading. He throws.
And knocked away. So 33-27. Lee County now
has to answer. But it also, if they score, kick a field goal, kick a PAT, ball game over.
Yes, sir. And it's not as easy as all that. We saw just a couple minutes ago.
Sounds real simple, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
just 10 yards. How hard is 10
yards? Well, I'm going to tell you what. If Union Pines can stop Drake Brown on 3 straight plays here, they will deserve this. Drake Brown is a load coming through that hole.
I'd expect to see a heavy dose of Drake Brown here. Being 10 yards in, Hernandez down on the sideline, getting some extra kicks into the net.
All right, Union Pine's running Milton, the running back, out onto the field late.
Oh, my goodness. Now Truesdale's going to burn the one timeout he gets in overtime because of personnel. We'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors and be back to see how this game ends up.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed. One where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one place to make your buying experience easier. Visit our sales center located just off US Highway 1 in Sanford, or get started today at ShedDepotNC.com to view in-stock models or to design your perfect shed using our 3D design tool.
All right, welcome back to Paul B. Gay Stadium on campus at Lee County High School in Sanford, North Carolina. NFHS Game of the Week. This has been a great one. Lee County down 6 points now in overtime. They're going to hand to Brown. Brown walking all the way into the end zone. Oh, he's going to walk
all the way in.
10 yards and a touchdown for Drake Brown. I told you they couldn't. Well, I didn't say they couldn't, but I said it'd be tough to stop him 3 downs in a row. His second touchdown of the night. Now, 15 carries for 82 yards, 2 touchdowns, and now Hernandez gets to redeem himself and win this ball game with an extra point. Missed a chip shot down low on a bad snap.
Union Pines
just a moment ago.
Up to go after this
Here
thing.
we go. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is wide left.
It's wide left. We're going to second overtime, baby.
And Lee County will have to roll that offense right back onto the field. Union Pines will have the advantage now of going second. And Hernandez.
You do not put the ball on his foot again.
That was not on the exchange. That one looked clean. He got into it, just yanked it left. And I know that all too well. I'll be doing that at 8:30 in the morning at the Muni tomorrow.
Off the tee box,
buddy. Let me tell you
to a house.
I am not a great golfer. I am a great scramble player.
Right.
Because I'm going to hit 2 out of 3 really good shots, like really, really good, and it's that third or fourth shot that just kills me. But yeah, I've got a ringer coming in for this one, and we're going to have a good time one way or the other.
I'm pretty consistent off the tee. It's those mid-level irons that I struggle with.
Yeah, my issue right now is that COVID, I got away from playing. A lot of guys that I know played 3 or 4 times a week during COVID.
Right.
I didn't play at all. I played a couple of scrambles, but I just got back in about 4 or 5, maybe 6 months ago, and I'm to the point right now where everything's good in my game except one thing every time I go out. It could be I'm not hitting it well off the tee. It could be the mid-irons. It could be the wedges. Who knows? Anyway, we're talking about football.
Well, COVID, you were also kind of busy during that time doing this little thing called law school.
That is true.
And preparing for the bar.
Yeah.
For anyone at home who doesn't know, that's not the easiest thing in the world. I mean, it's not the hardest either. No. You know, don't let them fool you. But
now, Nate, I thought we were going to rotate possessions. Union Pine's bringing the offense back out now. That's a big deal because you want to go second in overtime.
You do.
And I don't know if they were given the option or if they're just going to keep running it. There's a false start over in the slot receiver. He lifted that back leg.
Goodness.
And that's a big penalty. Ethan Biggs, the senior.
The guy you don't expect to do that for Union Pines.
And he's incredulous there, but he did it. I mean, I saw him lift his foot from back here. And I think if you're doing that and you lift your foot, you might as well just come on in motion like you planned it.
Just keep going and fake it.
Something.
Just keep going and fake it, baby.
All right, first and 15, or first and goal from the 15. There can't be a first down here. All right. Milton in at tailback. Doubles formation for Union Pines. This, I think, is where it's a little bit tough. Oh, and here he comes
Biggs
this time.
in motion.
He almost did it again. Biggs turns it up.
There he is, hitting the flats.
Goswick takes off.
Keeping it.
Wrapped up, runs through.
Oh.
Oof, he takes a big ball's out.
Ball's out. Looks like Lee County ball. Looks like Lee County was there for a chance at it at least.
Union Pines gets a reprieve. The big hit there.
Goswick with a gutsy play there to turn that ball up. Runs through one tackle all the way down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from the 4. I think they probably gained another 2 or 3 yards on the fumble bounce.
Definitely did. So a gain of 11 for Gostwick when it's all said and done.
Doubles formation here again for the Vikings. Goswick drops.
Needs a play. There
he is.
Lifts on the sack.
Big hammer from Lee County. Number 5 bringing the sledge. Thomas McKendall saying, you're not getting in this end zone.
All right, but this is all the way down. I mean, a big hit at the end of the play, a big splash play, but you've got 3rd and goal from the 1, and this is where Lee County has struggled. They don't have Lamison in the middle of that defense.
Big thing here for Union Pines. Goswick is coming out. Backup quarterback is coming in, and I'm trying to pick up a number right now. I can't see it. Goswick is out there on the sidelines. Looks like he took a helmet to the chest, and
Harley Moyer in at quarterback. He's out.
And he fumbles the snap. He's driving.
Stopped. He 4th down from the 1 coming. You put a quarterback in there taking his first rep of the night.
From under center. Woof. Woo. Bobbles the exchange there, center quarterback. He's lucky to hold on to it. Number 2, Harley Moyer. Austin.
Is it?
I think it's Austin Mooring.
It is Austin Mooring.
Austin Mooring coming in at quarterback for the Vikings. The defensive stud. Now he looks like he's under center again. They just going to do the same thing.
And he does, and he's stacked up and pushes
Austin Mooring for another Union Pines touchdown. Chris with a backup quarterback. Let's be real. Austin Mooring is not a backup quarterback. Austin Mooring is a stud linebacker who's an athlete who they just put in here.
All right.
Do you go for 2?
The offense is coming out there. They're going for 2.
Goswick's coming back in. Great job by number 2, Austin Mooring, going out there, getting the job done.
Wow.
6 points. Union Pines going for 2 here to stretch it out.
No. They're going to try and kick this. Now 3 of 5 on extra points coming into the game.
Is that 78? 70?
High
Tate Randall kicks
up.
Kick
And it is
good. Union Pines, what a kicker. Coming in double overtime, puts it dead straight through the uprights, puts them up by 7, 40-33. Lee County with a chance to answer. Chris, I need another blood pressure pill. I'm telling you, I don't know what to do here.
My voice is shot. I got nothing.
Who's going to yell at my kid tomorrow morning? Because it can't be me.
Ooh, all right, Lee County now 1st and goal from the 10, down 7. And extra point for them is anything but a certainty as Hernandez missed a field goal at the gun to win this. There's Drake Brown on the hand. They stretch it out right.
Union Pines doing a good job swallowing up. Brings up 2nd and 12 here for the Yellow Jackets. Whew.
Drake Brown now 16 carries for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. Went the wrong way there. 2nd and 12. Brown still in there at tailback. Doubles formation for Lee County. And they haven't had a go-to play, but the go-to receiver has been Jaden Hill. Jaden going across the middle. Double covered.
Jack Martin
going to take a sack all the way back at the 20.
There will bring up 3rd and 20. That's what you call a coverage sack.
Well,
Chris.
Jaden Hill's got 12 catches tonight. Union Pines knows it. They doubled him as soon as he went across the middle, and there was nothing else there.
Number 51, Micah Fernandez on the sack for Union Pines. 3rd and goal from the 19-yard line here for the Yellow Jackets. Oh, my goodness, Chris.
All right, 2 shots at this now. Double coverage on Jaden Hill. They're not even trying to disguise it. Throwing it up there for Hill. Hill's going to go high point that. Cannot come down with it. And now you got 4th and 20.
Great coverage there by number 3, Zion Kaiser. Martin put a little bit too much air underneath that ball. Kaiser got good positioning to get up in front of Hill there.
And I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say this, Nate. Kamari Butler on the sideline with no helmet would be a nice addition to this squad right now.
Absolutely.
Raymond Knotts, number 10, is the tallest receiver in that bunch. I think I would run Hill off of him and leave one-on-one for Knotts down here on the near side. All right. Martin drops pressure.
Martin going down.
County loses.
That is it.
That ball is
Union
out.
Pines comes to Sanford, North Carolina. Paul B. Gates Stadium drops an L on Lee County High School. Oh, my goodness. Throw the book out. What's the Southern Athletic Conference going to look like now? Oh, my goodness. Cooler dumped on Jason Truesdale. The Vikings going crazy. Chris, Jerry, golly, I don't know what even to think. Oh, my, I'm telling you, I am glad I am not a Lee County Yellow Jacket right now.
Nate, I don't have words.
I think we need to hear a couple words from a couple of our sponsors while we get our head wrapped around what we just saw, and we'll be back after the break for the First Bank postgame show or the Classic Nissan or whatever law firm Chris works at, or heck, even maybe Sedgwick Claims Management. Who knows? We'll be back after the postgame show right after this.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed. One where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one place to make your buying experience easier. Visit our sales center located just off US Highway 1 in Sanford, or get started today at ShedDepotNC.com to view in-stock models or to design your perfect shed using our 3D design tool.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
First Bank presents the post-game show on the NFHS Network. Brought to you by New Image Media.
Welcome back to the post-game show here at Paul B. Gay Stadium in Sanford, North Carolina. Jerry, I need you to slap me because I don't even know what I just saw. Union Pines downs Lee County in double overtime. Was the final score 40-33? 40-33. What did we just see here?
We seen a team come in knowing with nothing to lose.
Right.
That's what we just seen. We seen a team come in with nothing to lose. We seen Lee County start the game off great and then took their foot off the gas, and this is the result.
Right.
I mean, we've been saying over and over and over, you got to play football from kickoff. When you don't play football from kickoff, you risk these type of things. We're not going to blame it on B.J. Brown not playing. We're not going to blame it on Lamberson. It's always next man up, and this team has yet to learn that. That's what we seen.
Well, and this game has huge implications moving forward in conference play because, remember, we're a split 3A, 4A conference. So, it really comes down to Lee can't drop another game in conference play, and now they have to go out and they have to beat Scotland. And they have to be perfect against Scotland. They have to be perfect against Southern Lee. Guys, this is huge for the Southern Athletic Conference. Chris is ready to chime back in.
Let me borrow that for a second. Because we got to do the calculus here. You've got the 3A teams. You've got the 3A teams here. Not only does Lee County, can they not drop another game, Union Pines
has to.
Union Pines has to drop two.
They have to.
They have the tiebreaker now against Lee County. This is gigantic.
They have to lose to Southern and Scotland because those are the only other 3A schools in the conference.
And I'm going to tell you
so
right
they have to lose both.
Listen, I am a Lee County homer. I get accused of it all the time. That right there, Scotland will put 50 on them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I was going to say.
Absolutely.
They're going to have to rally the troops. There's enough talent on this team to beat anybody, anytime, anywhere. Jerry, you hit it on the head. You can't wait until the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter, to play with fire on defense. There's too much talent on that defense for them to be not making a difference. The turnovers on offense, look, you got some guys in there playing a bigger role than they have up to this point. It's understandable, but you got to find a way to fight through this. Now, they did a great job of coming back. Kudos to the staff, kudos to the kids, kudos to everybody involved in that. But at the end of the day, it didn't go their way. So, a lot of soul searching to be done. I've never quite seen that sort of dejection from a Lee County team in the regular season.
No, never.
And that goes back a long way.
It's
tough, man.
One thing we need to keep in mind, Lee County had multiple players out, and I think coming in down the stretch, a huge factor here, Kamari Butler was ejected in the first half.
Yes.
We can't forget that, this is where disciplined football and heads-up football and being cognizant of a lot of different things here. I thought everyone just kind of expected this to be a roll-through game. I expected it to be a roll-through game.
No way you could have told me.
When all of a sudden Prince Lamberson is gone, Prince is gone, B.J. Brown is gone, Kamari Butler's gone, all of a sudden you start looking at who's our weapons left.
Yeah.
I think Isaac Peoples, minus a few mesh works, I thought Isaac Peoples did a good job running the ball tonight. I think at times Jack Martin looked comfortable throwing the ball. I didn't dislike him throwing the ball, especially in the second half. I thought he looked comfortable doing it. He looked good on the boot. He looked more comfortable running the ball in the second half. So I think he's progressing, right? But the question is, we've got to get some of the players back, and we've got to play good heads-up football. You can't be ejected from ball games. And now you don't control your destiny, right? As a coach and as a player, you want to control your destiny. Win, lose, and different. You want to control your destiny. Now, Lee County's sitting there begging crosstown rival Southern Lee and Scotland, please beat UP. Please. And both of them got to do it.
Don't get me wrong. Peoples had a great game. But what about Drake Brown? We cannot miss the fact that Drake Brown had the type of game that he had, the way he was running the ball, and then you're down here on second and goal almost, and he's not in the game. I understand, with veteran players like Peoples. Drake Brown ran the ball great tonight in heavy situations. He scored a touchdown in overtime.
Absolutely.
To me, you got to have him on the field at that point in time. It's 3rd down, 3rd and 1 with 15 seconds left. You lose yards. Then you come out and you miss a field goal. 3rd down, Drake Brown should have had the ball. You cannot tell me no way that he should not have had that ball. I'm sorry. I understand the game of football just like the next man, and I don't understand why that man, Drake Brown, did not have the ball in that possession right there. 27-27, 15 seconds left. He's already scored. He's been toting the load. He's gained maybe he lost yards on one carry. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of questions to be asked here,
Ooh,
and I'll
man.
tell you, I don't usually tune in for the Monday Night Coaches Show. I'm looking forward to it Tuesday night. I apologize. Chris DeLambert is. We won't be with Lee County. We'll be in Moore County this week, so I apologize for that. Jason Truesdale is going to be an excited joker.
He's going to
be an excited joker, I can tell you. But anyways, this has been a phenomenal game. Gentlemen, it's always great being back here with y'all. I'm glad to be here. We just missed Spencer Patterson tonight. Anyways, this has been the Wilkinson Game of the Week here at Paul B. Gay Stadium. This is the First Bank post-game show. We want to thank all of our sponsors, RE/MAX, Shed Depot, the whole slew of them, Classic Nissan, anyone and everyone. Thank you all, Zaxby's. Thank you all for everything you do. Ladies and gentlemen, we're rolling out of here, and we'll recap again next week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. See you all next week as Lee takes on Hoke County. Peace.
La la la